Once again, welcome back to Fight Night. Blaze, we have an amazing day to... Excuse me, I'm your host, Velly. Here goes Blaze.
He's ready to hop right into it, folks.
Right. Yeah, but we have an amazing day today. If we take a look at our schedule, we actually have two big show matches. The first one will be Lucent Esports going toe-to-toe against Regal Reserve. After that, Rise against the Relentless Ones, featuring Demo and all of them.
Yeah,
I can't wait for that. And Blaze, the last game, I'm really excited. We have Oceanic going against Fire and Ice. What are your thoughts, man?
Well, for this one, our first match, Lucent versus Regal, is pretty much the third and fourth best teams in the European region. These guys went out to EGL Sheffield and was given Supremacy and Fable a good run for their money. So we brought these boys on for a show match so we can see what are they really about, especially on Gears Fight Night. Coming up after that, we got a show match, Rise versus Relentless Ones. Relentless Ones consisted of a roster with Hesitations, Vital, Detox, Demo, and Clouds as well. And also our Latin America 2K final.
I can't wait, man. Oh, I'm really excited. But about these two teams coming up for this European show match, Blaze, have you heard anything about Lucent?
When it comes down to these two teams, Val, first off, is that's the beauty about Gears Fight Night, right? Is that this is where teams come to show us their hard work and what they've been working on. So when it comes down to both these guys, I don't know too much about them, but I do know that they got what it takes.
I mean, I know a little bit of something, you know. So I was talking to Di6 from Regal. Yeah, Regal. And I said, you know, what makes your team special? He said, with shotguns, we're advanced.
Yeah.
He says, to be honest, we could place top 2 in the EU. I said, okay, all right.
Big words.
Right. I said, but what about this Lucent team? He said, to be honest, their shotguns aren't really up to par. But, I mean, if they work on that, they could actually be a force. But we're going to head into this is the best of one, the one and only map, which I believe is Damn. That is going to be extremely exciting. What type of gameplay and strategy and setups could we expect on Damn?
Well, you know what, Damn, and especially this map, you know, a lot of European teams love this map, but one thing is, it's a map that's based a lot on teamwork, all right?
Yes.
So when it comes down to those team fights on the B Hill and on that platform, you know, we're going to see a lot of that interaction. And so the thing is I love about this map, because like I said before, it shows how good these teams really are, especially it showcases how good are they with weapon placements and playing to their team's strengths, how good are they with team shooting, how good they are at rotating quickly for early dominations. You know, it shows a lot about how good their teamwork is as well. Also, just for clarification, because usually, you know, this would be the first week, maybe second week that we haven't done a North American 2K. So the Ghost and the EU match will not be going down tonight. As you guys can see, Ghost is going to come out with the win for that one. Just some scheduling conflicts in that whole situation.
Ghost won.
Officially, Ghost won.
Okay.
But, you know, technically, you know, in our hearts,
I get it.
EU United is still the two-time champs. And unofficially, in my heart, they're still the two-time champs. So, maybe we'll see what happens next week. Actually, I don't think we have a...
no, we don't. We have all access.
Yeah, we got all access.
I love those episodes.
We'll talk a little bit more about that later, probably.
Exactly.
But maybe the weekend... so you guys watch 2K at home on Sunday. If you guys are, I know it's going to be Mother's Day. But if not, the week after, we'll definitely see, you know, who is the best North American team currently. You know, we've seen Vale Echo Fox has been on the rise as well.
Oh, yes.
Also, at the same time, we're still waiting to see, hey, you know, who's Optics fifth going to be? So a lot of that information a lot of that stuff just unfolding, and we're really starting to see. I'm excited for our next event because we're going to really see
who wants it more.
Who wants it more? Because we talked about it a little bit beforehand. Because I personally feel like all these teams, are, I feel like, well, at least our top 4, top 5, you know, maybe I even say top 6.
We don't
any
have
of them could win.
Top 3 anymore.
I'm not confident. Yeah, well, technically it's set top 2 in a sense. You
Right.
know, it was always just Optic and Echo Fox was always on the top of our list. But after that last event, I personally feel that out of those top 6 teams, anybody can come out of the next event and take it. You know, it's an even playing field.
This is the best time in Gears for competition, in my opinion.
It is.
Because anybody can win if they really put it all into it, which is why I'm excited to see Lucent go toe-to-toe against Regal on Damn. I mean, what better map can you play on Damn? Starting off on the initial, all types of play style can excel on this map. If you're a god with the Nasher, you can fight these 1v1s or team fights. If you're great with team fires, you can use that to your advantage. But the weapon drops will especially be extremely important.
It really is going to be extremely important. Vale, you hear me time and time again preaching about just teams making sure that they play to their strengths and their play style and not playing so reactive across the map as a whole.
All right, and here we go. Map number 1 on Damn Lucent Esports going toe-to-toe against Riga Reserve. Die6 actually told me to keep an eye on Shadows. I heard that Shadows was absolutely disgusting, but we're going to kick things off with the first blood going to Zeus as Toddy was taken out with the Nasher, and we're going to see a really big team fight as Lucent. They get another kill on Dragon. So Lucent, they're starting off extremely hot. Shadows, he has to stay alive. He's going for the rebound, but there's one player on, on Regal, on Lucent with the flank, but he was taken down, and Shadows let him know who Daddy was.
Yeah, and Regal just comes through and they pick up those kills, and they're coming through with this domination early on. And you said before the game that Die6 said that, hey, this should be light work in a sense, But,
oh, he did. He was confident.
Yeah, and this Lucent team, what would he say? If they get their shotgun skill up?
If they get their shotgun skill up. That's shade in Gears of War.
That's shade, if I've ever heard shade, you
so
guys.
It says your shotgun sucks.
He says, hey, yeah, you guys can be awesome. Just got to work on that shotgun a little bit.
He didn't say that.
That's like,
he didn't say that.
That's like saying, hey, man, you can be a great chef, but you got to work on those knife skills. hey, man, you know what? You could be a great builder, but you got to learn how to swing that hammer.
What makes you good at Gears of War, he said they need to work on. So I'm really expecting a lot from Shadows and the rest of the guys from Regal. If you look at Lucent, they only have 1 kill. 1 kill to 6.
Well, yeah, that's the early round. And but the fact that they got wiped so hard on the 10-second respawn on Damn, it just shows that this entire Regal squad moved as a unit, right?
Yeah.
So for you to cap your home hill and get super aggressive with your opponent's home hill in the time frame that you need to, in order to get that trip cap on the 10-second respawn is difficult. But you see Lucent coming out, responding quickly, and now they're saying, hey, you're not gonna embarrass us on fight night. You see the pressure coming through. They got a wipe, they got 2 heals in their advantage as well. You just see all 3 players. You see those names. They're eyeing it out, but that's going to be a mistake. Shadow's trying to clean it up. His teammates aren't shooting for him. Because at that point, you need to keep that guy's head down until your teammate just tap up in this thing.
Right, and we see a 2v1 scenario as Die6 gets taken out by Cougars. Cougars tried to go for the double kill, but he was taken out by Shadows, who also had a double kill. So Shadows, somebody that this team, his teammates, they speak very highly of. He comes off hot off the bat with that double kill.
Wow, shout out to Shadows because he legitimately outplayed that third guy.
Right.
He knew in his situation, I got 1 move, man. If I go out here, I just got to up 8 and hope that this guy decides to get aggressive and push me. And that's exactly what he did, and it paid off for him. He got the good timing on that third kill.
Right, we saw a 2-to-1 advantage in favor of Lucent, but the tables have turned as that advantage went to Regal. So as you look at the overview map, pumping station, we have 3 people from Lucent trying to hold it off. B hill is very important as the medium hill between the 2. 2 home hill caps are highly unlikely unless you're going for the triple cap. So Zeus with Lancer Fire getting him full red. He goes down. Can he get taken out? Yes, Cougars finishing up the kill. Cougars just about everywhere. He's getting kills. He's getting revives, helping out his teammates. His stat line is very solid to show too. Lucent starting strong.
So Vale says something along the lines of, they really can't go for the home hill caps. It's just not a feasible thing. So on certain maps, we see, like, let's take Foundation, for example, where you can hold a home hill setup early on with the A hill and the C hill, and it be effective. Also in Reclaim, second half, holding those home hills, it's an effective setup. But on a map like Damn, it's not very effective because based off the positioning and just how the map is laid out, the neutral hills are just that important where, if you want to leave your home hill and attack your opponent's home hill and try to hold it set up, it's just 99% of the time it won't work. So you're going to always either see the 2-cap gorgeous teams pushing straight away for that domination, but after a team caps their home hill, they immediately have to transition and cap that neutral.
You know a little something about Gears of War, right?
Kinda.
Something like that.
I kind of played the game.
Well, I have a question. So from the beginning, we saw Regal basically run away with it with their shotguns, and we saw a Botox being put down. If you're taken out that fast, what decides whether you put down a support weapon or a really big power weapon?
You know what? It just kind of depends on your team's chemistry and how well you know your opponents, So let's say, for an example, I'm playing against Echo Fox, right? And I know how dirty and how annoying Kyle can be with that Marksa. but also at the same time, I also know that, hey, Echo Fox, they love the boom fight like I do.
Right.
So I'm going to choose, when it comes down to weapon selection, I'm going to prioritize, hey, which one do I need to look at first, right? And I'm going to go for those dual spots and say, hey, you know what, I don't want the marks here. Let me put this Hammer Burst or Botok.
Right.
Same thing, if I'm playing Identities on Foundation, I don't want him to use that Botok because I know how annoying he can be, and he may be better than me.
Yes.
So that's another time why I might prioritize the dual support weapon spawns rather than going for a main heavy one.
Yes.
Now, off on the flip side, let's say, for example, I'm playing Fable, right? And I know that Fable on this map, like, hey, you know what? Their pumping station get work.
Right.
Yeah, I think I could take them on that, right?
Okay.
They may be stronger at the pit. You know, and I don't care so much about their support weapons, but I know that the team fight that they want, I know which one that they're bad at. So early on, that's when I may put that I may block pit or put the boom shot on pumping station. You know what I'm saying?
Gotcha.
So you have a few different routes to either block the weapon spawns that you know your opponents is eyeing for when they lose around, or just going right away and making those big plays. Because we know the EU community, if I was to put a boom shot over there on the B hill, they're going to put a drop shot in pit, right? So that's what I had to decide. Hey, do I want to block first one of these, or do I want to put it down? So it's a few different ways and how you got to think about it, but you need to know your opponent, folks. Sorry for random.
No, you're fine. That was beautiful. That was educational. But as things start off here on round 3, we saw a double kill from Shadows. Once again, if we can put a camera on that guy, he's going off. And domination coming through is being denied at the moment. But, you know, Regal, they're trying hard. Regal, they're making sure that they're suffocating Lucent on every single spot on this map. And with a weapon put down, which was the incendiary nades, I really want to see if they use that to their advantage to slow things down. Shadows, man.
I like this Shadows guy.
He's nasty.
Yeah, but I feel he's confident in his movements. That's like I could tell a player that's confident in that moves with purpose. It just
look at this.
He's moving
look at this! Don't do it! Oh! Don't do it! Shadows! That's what I'm talking about.
Moving with straight purpose, okay? Everything he does, he's 2 steps ahead of his opponents in every movement that he makes, and it shows. It really does.
This guy is the best. Okay, when Dysik said, okay, Shadows is just absolutely nasty, I was like, okay, you're just hyping up your teammate. But no, this guy is going off 9 kills, you know, 24 seconds dead.
Yeah.
In 3 rounds. That's phenomenal. He's clearly outclassing Lucent Esports.
He really is. I like what I'm seeing.
So what weapon did they drop?
So they end up putting the M bar down in pit.
Oh.
So the M bar is gonna be cool, but you know what? I like it. You know why?
Why?
I feel like they're playing to their team's strengths.
Okay.
Maybe instead of a boom fight, maybe they got a really nasty M bar player on their team, and he's just like, yo, give it to me. You know what I'm saying? Let me make these plays with the M bar. This is what I do best. So hey, they're gonna give this man the M bar. Boom shot, anybody can use. M bar is more on the difficult side.
Right. So here we are in round 4. Fracture's got the first blood on Shadows, who had the nasty double kill last game. And we're gonna see Dysik in the 1v1. He backs up, he gets teammate help, which is the right play. He doesn't want to get too close, but he was able to take out Legend. Very smart play on Regal's end. You see how they use their numbers, they use their advantage, they're patient. They don't force fights that are 50-50.
That man had a right-hand advantage and had like 4 opportunities to up-A that last guy who was trapped in the corner. And he used his movement just to dodge and fake shots and force his opponents to move out of cover in a more advantageous position.
Yes, 3 down for Regal, 1 down for Lucent. Lucent with the number advantage. I really want to see what makes them so special, whether it's teamwork, rotations, something has to be done, and they're up here for a reason. Fractures, he gets the kill, but I want to see them really tighten things up because they can't let Regal run around with shotguns all day. Someone has to get hit with the Lancer.
They really do. At this point, you got to kind of fill out and see how aggressive your opponent is. Because maybe, you know, and maybe the proper way. So when you really have opponents who just feel like they can just world star you, right? And just push you every single time.
There's a lot of them here.
It is. But that's the perfect opportunity. You're going to see this pretty much wipe come through for Lucent to get their first round on the board. And now they're starting to feel themselves a little bit. If they can split this in half, 4-2, they still got a great chance in this map. But yeah, so when you got opponents who feel like they can just world star you every 2 seconds, that's when you really got to make sure you have that team fire, right? You want them to feel like, hey, if you're going to push me you're going to feel like pushing through a brick wall. You might be able to do it, but you're gonna have to work hard for it, right?
Right.
You're gonna have to say, hey, this is a risky decision. Do I really want to push it? You know what I'm saying? Make them at least think that if you can, and then at that point, if your team fire is on point, then they're gonna slow down a little bit.
Yeah.
They're gonna start to feel a little bit nervous. You know? They're gonna start to double gas. Hey, you know what? I just can't push. All crazy like.
Exactly. The mind of a professional Gears player.
You really gotta, understand. You really gotta, sometimes you gotta force your opponents to respect you. I done had plenty of players who's just like, oh, we just don't respect.
No,
these guys.
but you're right though, because there's levels to this. You really have to use the advantage of your team. I know when I played with you, we had to really focus on power weapons and playing for each other, and that works for some teams better than others. So it's really about finding, that thing that makes your team click.
Also,
it might not happen overnight, but eventually it will.
And that's true. And also at the same time, I feel like it's knowing your opponent and knowing how to get them to play your game. You know what I'm saying? I always say it's a chess match. This is a chess match. I could do 2 moves.
Stop him.
He's good. He's good. He is. You got my respect.
Right.
But I'm always making moves to force my opponents to do things that I want them to do.
Yeah.
So even on the way I move, the way my team's set up, I may be running a certain strat rounds 2 and 3 just to force you to make rotations around 4 and 5 or something.
It's a mind game in Gears.
Some people don't think that far ahead, but you really have to when you play an escalation.
Yeah. I mean, it's nice to be able to shoot straight and have the best shotgun in the game, but when you look at some of the best teams in the game, Optic Gaming, Insanes, they were brilliant at Gears of War.
They really were.
To where they knew everything about their opponents and they used that against them.
And they also had they had a lot of brilliant minds on their team.
The best in Gears of War.
And some I will say that some of them are just very skillful.
Yeah. Well, Optic, yeah.
Yeah, I will say
everybody on Optic.
I will say some of them are just very skillful.
Yeah.
I feel like Optic, for most of the season, they just play with their confidence and they play with their skill. Very few times they were actually challenged, right?
I agree.
I feel like very few times they were actually challenged. At moments, they were just able to run around the map and world star people, and people were just that nervous and that shaky against them where they were going to win regardless. They won before the game even started, before the map even loaded up. So that's just how talented they are. Also, at the same time, they all have a really good understanding of respawn this game and who's alive and how to really trust your teammates.
Yes, numbers are everything in Gears of War. The M-bar was picked up by Dice6 full red. He's going to run away and try to stay alive just a little bit with this weapon. Being full red, he has to remember he has the M-bar out, so he was able to backpack it, which is really good for his team, as 410s gets a double kill with the incendiary nade. Okay. 4 down, 4 Regal.
Yeah, they're going to hold here. Their next teammate off respawn is going to be capping that hill, and it should be capped up soon. There we go. They're going to have a second guy come off respawn and help him cap it even faster. So these guys need to hold off Dragons pretty much. He's the last member left. They hold him off, and they get into this hill with 3 members. Nobody's going to be able to stop them.
Beautiful team play. Beautiful team play. One thing that I like from them, that second time around, they had 2 people in the hill, 1 person out to initiate fights. So basically, you had to get through a wave in order to save your own home hill. So
and this is one of the hardest ones to break.
Yeah, 2-4. So now we're gonna hit halftime. So Blaze, what does that mean?
Well, so folks, this is mean that all the power weapons that was on the map is gonna get wiped off, and we're gonna get a new neutral hill. Usually, typically on maps, the home hill switch, but the home hill stay the same on Dam. We just get a new neutral hill, and this moves over to the platform. So we kind of saw this platform fight a little bit the last few rounds, and I personally feel like Lucent has, this is a better fight for them than fighting over there on that B hill. So I said if they can split it 4-2.5, they definitely got a good chance in the second half to get some momentum.
Yes, and with the smokes out, Fractures was able to get the first blood on Exudes. 3 down. 4 Lucent, 2 for Regal. So Regal, they have really good position here on the platform, but there's 1 player on Lucent being a pest. Triple cap is coming through, but Dragons, he is waiting for the 2v1 in order to, oh no, it backfired. Schoolers was able to take out both Swift and Dragons in the 2v1. Can he stay alive and actually make a bigger play? He saved his team from the triple cap. Lucent looking kinda sketchy off of initial. They're fighting back to save themselves from the domination.
Yeah, sometimes you just gotta be annoying until your teammates can respawn and you guys get a better footing. You gotta be either annoying to stay alive until those guys can respawn, or just annoying enough to prevent the trip cap. and we're gonna see, you know, Fortins, he's just out here trying to make plays for his team.
He's swinging with his eyes closed,
yeah, he's even taking out his own teammates in this one. But he did buy his team enough time to actually come out and get out of spawn and get the kills in which they need. So in this type of situation, also with it being 10-second respawn rounds, you just want to go for the 2-cap and set up again. There's no power weapons on the map. You just need to go for the 2-cap and try to get some points. But ultimately, you're going to have to end up playing for the trip cap regardless.
Shadow's coming up for the flank. He was taken out by Fractures. We see 3 down once again for Regal. Lucent, they're starting to find their footing now. They're starting to team fire for each other, and they're coming back in this game. They have a really good chance at coming back to making the score 3-4.
So once they got those 3 kills, they knew exactly where the last 2 members were. So at that point, you had people push up towards the archway and also push up towards this home hill. So they know exactly where all members are. But still, at this moment, you still have to fight as a unit.
Jeez.
You got to fight as a unit in order to keep your opponent on that home hill and slay them out one by one if you can. But as you see,
he's not scared of nothing.
Yeah, Regal made it out of that base.
He's not scared of nothing. Well, you saw what he did. He ran up there. He let them know, hey, you know, daddy's home. He backed up, letting Zoot make the flank to take the kill. That was a great heads-up play by Regal. One thing I'm noticing from Regal Reserve, I mean, these guys, they're veterans. And you can tell just from their gameplay. They use numbers. They're not forcing the fights. Whenever they have a teammate around, they're patient and they wait. They do something that I haven't seen in a long time, Blaze. They like to distract players for their teammates to come up behind them for the flank, which is what we used to do all the time back then.
Yeah.
And I really like watching this type of gameplay. Consistency is the biggest question mark for this roster, in my opinion.
Also, in order to get, you know, also something that will better your team's teamwork is that if you're coming off a respawn and you're holding LB and you see your teammates in a fight, hey, tell them I'm coming. I'll be there in 4 seconds. I'll be there in 5 seconds. You know what I'm saying? Lie to them. You can be 10 seconds away. Tell them you'll be there in 2. Actually, you know, that's bad communication. Just tell them 8, you know? But just tell them, you know, stay alive, you know, so that guy knows who he's looking for, who he's talking to, and that he has help. Because when you're in engagements like this and you're trying to stay alive, sometimes you can't always hit that LB button. Sometimes you're so focused on a fight where you need your teammates' help.
Yeah, and tunnel vision is definitely a thing, so that's why you use these scrims and, you know, 2Ks for good practice when it comes to land. Just being heads up about certain scenarios would definitely help in the long run. But as we're looking at the score, 5-2 within the first 7 rounds. Shadows, 19 kills, this man impressing me left and right. So if I'm Lucent, we put down a lot of support weapons.
Yeah, I'm curious if they're gonna go for the pit. That should be the play.
It should be.
I feel like the pit should be the play because I feel like you need to get that power weapon out now. You shouldn't wait to match point. So you need to cause a crazy fight now and not play passive.
Yeah.
And that's, you know, they got Instins out, but if they put Boom down on round 6, they haven't watched a lot of Fight Night.
Yeah, I mean they're doing okay on first and second initials, but after that, you know, they kind of fall apart a little bit. There's a lot of breakdown going on in the map. There's not a lot of team fire covering lanes. You see a lot of members from Regal Reserve just running free around the map.
Because the thing is, even about the boom shot fight is just that, like, you at least need a round. You need a round to sometimes see what your opponent is going to do and try to figure them out. On round 6, you just have to be perfect from that point on, right?
Oh, yeah.
And, you know, just having that fight as a focal point on this map, I just think is a beautiful thing. So both these guys, so they put incense down on platform. You're seeing how both teams just kind of funneled into that small area trying to get those incense. And, you know, that's a fight in which, you know, I personally really don't like, and I feel like a lot of other pro teams don't like it as well. They've kind of strayed away from that and kind of kept that fight a 1v1 spot for those incense rather than a 4v4 spot for it.
So great play by Dragons. As he was working for the triple cap, he did his job. You know, he had the incense and he stalled Lucent long enough for his teammates to give proper map control and to come and help him out. So Lucent fighting back for their lives. All players are alive on both teams. Looking at Fractures, he's offering Lance for fire as 2 of his teammates are just taken out by Regal.
Also, if you was to put a Lancer down, not a Lancer, but a boom shot down on that weapon spawn that's on platform, like, it's still a good feasible strategy, but at that point, you have openings in that gate there, right? Your team has to have a strong cross. You have to be in positions to outplay your opponent, and you should really bait your opponent into that weapon spawn if you can.
Yeah, so Swift running around, he's going for the triple cap right now with 2 of his teammates alive. 2 players from Lucent, now 1 player from Lucent fighting to stay alive Oh, Louis Legend takes out Swift with a nice Nasher. He's holding them off as long as possible. How he stayed alive, I have no idea. But with the pistol fire, he was able to push them back long enough for help from Fortins.
Yep, so we'll see. Let's see, as these players start to transition out of their spawn, and as these players, I mean Lucent, transition out their spawn to take over this platform, but 14s and Legend aren't working together too much, but Legend can't get that shot. His opponent gave him a little bounce that he was not ready for, kind of juked him a little bit, if I must say so myself.
Swift was full red. That was his fight to win.
All right, now Swift is gonna play it back. You know, let his teammates there. They somehow got both home hills, and now they realize that they're in a late game situation. They're probably gonna win this by just keeping their home hill intact, but they're gonna also stay aggressive at the same time. But I'm starting to see Regal turtle a little bit. I see a lot of bodies on that home hill, but I think we're starting to see some players overextend through that former B hill, maybe.
Oh yeah.
Nah, they're just gonna turtle. They're gonna turtle this home hill and just lay out one more time.
But Blaze, couldn't this be risky if you lose your home hill and you turtle for that long?
Yeah.
What are the chances of you losing that hill and getting triple cap?
I think you always need at least one player to sneak out.
Just like
see, that's what happened. That's what happens with turtling. Yeah,
I felt it coming, man.
All you do is make it easier for your opponents to make the call outs on team fire. Hey, you know, they recognize that all 5 people are in spawn. At that point, their confidence is going way up because they know that nobody's out there trying to secret man you and hit you with that Mr. Krabs. And so at that point, once they take you out one by one, it just gets easier for them, right? And they had a lot of time as well. I think it was Die6 who was closer towards that pit for his team.
I would have went.
And he was chasing somebody in his spawn. I would have bounced.
Exactly. I would have booked it.
Man, I would have booked it towards the other side of the map and tried to go for my opponent's home hill, especially when you know they're all spawned up. You have to be that one annoying guy on your team.
Yeah.
But you can't be told to be that annoying, right?
You have to be in you.
Exactly.
You have to be Ribs Jr. I mean, that's what makes players like him on the top level.
Yeah.
So
he don't need to be told what the perfect play is. He knows it every time.
Exactly. High IQ plays. But we're going to kick things off with a double kill from Dragons. Toady being his latest victim. Lucent struggling to stay alive with a score of 3-5 with 3 players down there in their spawn, trying to hold back Regal as they're going to make this aggressive push for the triple cap.
All right, let's see. We got him with Shadows on top of the hill. He's going to pick up 2 kills there. The players are coming off. Shadows, he's going to finally fall. Dragons as well. So Lucent will not lose in this round just yet. They will not take. They will not be out. Their opponents still have a lot more points to go, and they're still in this one. So let's see.
Look at this breakdown. This has been a 1v1 for such a long time, and it took Toddy so long to help his teammate out, but he was able to pull out the Lancer and get the down to keep his team with an advantage. So what we're looking at right now, D-Hill going to Lucent, but the rest, D-Hill and the mid-hill going to both Lucent. So Regal, they're really going to have to push back here. This is a part of the game where you do not want to get too complacent. You can't get comfortable. Because if a team like Lucent catches fire and comes back from a 2-5,
this is big.
Bad.
This is big. I like the team fire.
Look at that.
All right, 2 quick kills in succession.
Okay.
And they're gonna down that guy out. They got tabs on where 2 other players are. They know one just came off a respawn. They're keeping their distance. They got eyes on everybody. They're about to be 1 round down from tying this one up, and they have the man advantage. Lucent said, hey, we ain't out of this one yet.
You can see the difference in play styles from both teams. Yeah, completely. Regal, they're chaotic, man. They're chaotic. They're crazy. They run in. They want to get kills. They're hungry for them. But there's not a lot of order. When you look at Lucent, they're the complete opposite. They have order. They struggle in these initials sometimes, but when they come together, they're actually a force to be reckoned with. So I'm gonna be boom shot. There we go. The EU special. Regal, they want to put the game away, and by doing that, putting the boom down there is easy because you have the mid hill right there for the triple cap. It's gonna be nice.
And you know what? I like the move by Regal. And I don't blame them for making this move later on in the game. They were kind of playing with their food for a while.
Perfect call.
And these guys started to clap back at them. And they said, hey, you know what? We're not going to wait for this to get tired. Let's just drop the boom now. Because if you're beating them without those heavy power weapons, just keep doing what you've been doing, right? They had a nice little 4-1 lead, 5-2 lead. They thought this was going to be over. But with Lucent getting these next 2 rounds in a row, it's becoming a lot more complicated.
And just like that, 1, 2, 3, 4 players down for Lucent. Fortins is the 5th to go down. Legend coming out of respawn, this is Regal's time to shine if they want to go ahead and put down the triple cap in order to bank the game 6-4. So we're going to see a little bit of slow play. They weren't fast enough to go for the domination, but they're moving around the map to get great map control. Legend with the bow talk. He's scaring away Exudes, but Exudes says, hey man, it's not my fight. I don't want to risk the 50-50. I want to sit back and wait for teammates to help me out so we can come back and take the round.
All right, here they go. All right. Gonna see Cougars pick up one, so man advantage in favor of Lucent. They're gonna get another guy. They got tabs on, I believe that Shadows or Exudes running away. So they got tabs on him. Now the E-Hill is being decapped. They know where both players are. Cougars got all the intel in the world. He's acting on his own, but he gets a kill, and he's looking for a second. He got the jump on him.
Okay.
Exudes said, you better put that pistol away, boy. And they still haven't kept track of Exudes. They're just letting him run rapid.
That's true.
And he picks up both kills, and look how aggressive he gets. He could have went to his opponent's home. Oh. Didn't check his corner. He's holding that A button down a little bit too long.
Fortune's playing hide and go seek, takes out Exudes. Finally, he had the impressive double kill, but Swift coming back to redeem his teammate's death. And triple cap going in favor of Regal. No, it was denied, but might be coming back soon. We're looking at F Hill. We have two players on that team, Legend and Fractures. They're going to stall just long enough for their teammates to spawn. Great heads-up play.
Yeah, this is gonna be a reset on both teams.
Yeah.
At this point, you need to set yourself in a position to play for boom, right?
Yeah.
I think that's the main game plan.
Oh,
you see the flank from Fractures. He's on the back end. He just picked up a kill as well.
Oh,
he's looking for his next victim, but he's gonna fall. Actually, he's still alive. That's going to be Cougars that fall. Fractures gets another one as well. He's getting two on the back end. He's staying alive, looking for the third. He's getting pinched. His teammates couldn't make the most of that opportunity. And as I say that, they get one down. The boom gets picked up. They're looking for a second, but Toddy stays alive. Ooh.
Here we go. Okay. All right, Regal, they come out successful in that team fight. There's only one more player that they have to be worried about. Now two here on the platform with the Lancer Fire coming down. The player did get down, so Exudes, he understands that that isn't his fight to have. So he rotates around with another teammate. Shotgun now. Oh, he gets taken out by Fortunes. Now his teammates in the 2v1. Fortunes taken down by Die6. Die6, can he clutch it? Full red, he backs up. Now that 2v2 scenario was a 3v1, and after being team killed by Swift, it looks pretty good for Regal.
It does look very good for Regal. And so now, with, as you said, those three members down, they got the fourth in their eyes. But also, this is a close game. This E-Hill is going to be big. Cougars, man, the play from him probably could have been an overextension. He catches his opponent with that brick. Help comes through as well. He's staying alive. They know that they're going to have to be very aggressive and push through. They're going to have to start taking these 2v2 fights from any angles.
Look at the flank. Oh, he got called out.
Trade, though. Trade.
Ooh, that was nice.
Now,
here we go. Up the Dragons, 2 incense, 0 kills. A huge 1v1.
This is
full red. Don't get in the fight. With the slip and slide.
That's exactly what that was.
6-4.
He tried it. He tried to get through on that one, but was not able to.
Lucent's learning really fast.
They are
really fast.
So I want to say it was Exudes in this round in which they let him. They had the domination coming through. They played it perfectly, but somehow everybody that came into that fight was just, you know, they just said, "Hey, forget him. You know, we're not worried."
That was the best play I've seen all day so far.
Yeah. You know, he clutched up big for him. So let's see, Lucent. This is their last weapon placement. They got booms. They got an instance. The block, that's what, use that block up top.
There we go.
You don't want to spread this fight out too thin. You don't want the possibility of anything big going over there in that direction as well. But I just, you know, all the teams out there, as you guys prepare for the 2K this week or next week, whatever it is, I just stress that you guys to figure out that big power weapon that your team loves playing with, okay? Or if your team's play style is not playing with any big power weapons, then you're gonna have to really just kind of block out those neutral spots. But having those power weapons on the map does a lot. It brings a lot of structure to the map. It makes it easier for your team. It makes it easier for your opponents to turtle up and for you to focus on those guys. Big 1v1.
Oh, all 5 down for Lucent.
And a boom
Exudes, Dragons, and a boom shot.
Oh, no. See, that's what he just made the mistake right here. Whoever's capping E should not have capped E. He should have went straight for D. He should have went straight for D.
Let the guy behind you go for E.
Exactly. He needed to understand his position. He's going to send his boom shot over, but now the timing just isn't right because all these guys are starting to spawn up. Now, if he would have went over there first as those players was dead, you got the boom shot to prevent these players from getting the hill, even if you're spooking them with that boom. that's the domination that slips under Regal's fingers because they've got an easy one after those teammates came up off a spawn.
Yeah, and happy birthday to Fortunes. He gets a boom shot as he uses, takes out Dicing. With his shotgun, he headshots Swift
And he
this guy.
still got a boom?
No, that's the last one. Because
yeah, but the guy didn't backpack it, you know? So still both booms technically went in favor of Lucent.
Yeah.
Regal blew that one.
Yeah, oh, big time. Regal, the game should be over by now. We should be talking about, special stuff. But Lucent, they live to see another day. 4-6. They have to play perfect from this point on. Score 4-6. As we take a look at our overhead map, F Hill highly guarded by Regal Reserve as they're trying to make a push towards the boom shot spawn. This fight will determine huge who's going to win this second initial.
Okay, here we go. You're going to see the team fire coming through. You see Lucent, a big breath of life from these guys. This is a 4v4 situation. Actually, this is a 4v3 situation, 4v2 situation in favor of Lucent. They know where these last members are. Shadows, we've seen him go big beforehand. Can he do it again? Holding off strong. He's going to have some help from his teammate. This is where Lucent, they had to get aggressive. You had 3 consecutive kills and 4 players alive. It was a 4v2. They gotta go. You already had the 2 hills capped, right?
Yeah.
That's at that point you all put that foot on the gas, and that's those type of plays in which you gotta practice. But hey, if they said wait for boom shot and incense, then I do respect that.
100% respect.
I do respect that play. I gotta get my timers out, folks. You know what I'm saying? So I can be on the same page as these guys. But they get boom shot, they get incense, they got a 2 cap. This isn't a bad setup, but you're gonna have to keep track of your opponents.
Okay, so if I'm on Lucent right now, if I'm Legend, I'm calling out. Okay, we have 2 people in front of us at their home hill. We have 3 people rotating around. Let's pick a side. We're gonna push.
I would OE on their home hill.
Oh man, with you could win a 1v2 with the boom shot. Yeah. And even though you use both boom shots, you put your team at a huge advantage because now Regal, their members that are on the other side of the map, they're gonna have to rotate back to help their team out. So with the score at 190 to 161,
here's the turtle. Turtle. They get 1 down.
Right, 15 seconds to win this round with the
unacceptable.
No.
Unacceptable.
Dragons taken out by Toddy. Can they hold their hill for 10 more seconds? No, it's being broken. Huge 1v1 taken by Toady as he takes out Die6. 4 players from Regal are spawning at the moment. This round is going to a 5-6.
Yeah, I'm just gonna keep on going. I'm gonna just have to, I'm gonna have to call these players out on unacceptable plays, man. Sometimes players go big, but that man, I think it was who was
on
it?
Lucent?
It was Swift, I think it was, who managed to get through there, and he should not have.
At all.
Nope. I'm gonna let y'all know so when y'all come back and y'all rewatch this, and also you guys at home, you guys know, if I do that on land, Blaze gonna call me out.
From what I've seen so far, first half, Regal hands down, the better team. As the rounds go on, Lucent, they're learning, they're adjusting, which is extremely important. They look like the better team as of now. So with the chance to tie the score up to 6-6 and actually play for the bread, we're gonna see a huge push to the pit for the boom shot. And as you see on this pit fight, we have Shadows with smoke grenades out. He's looking for his victim. It's 2 players were taken down from Lucent. 2 to 4. Oh, excuse me. 2 to 3. Here we go. Toddy and Fortunes fighting for their lives. Here it goes. If they lose this right here, they lose the show match. So they're gonna have to stay alive as long as possible. We are playing on a long respawn. So with 3 round Rosie, Toddy was able to headshot Shadows. Fortunes taken up by Exudes, and we have 2 new players on Lucent.
All right, here we go. Yeah, 2 new guys gonna be up on the respawn. Boom shot trades. All right, now still pretty much a Lucent game. Why? They chose to cap their home here early on. That's almost one of those fights in which I kind of wish I would have kind of seen maybe from the overhead angle, if that's even possible. Just because the fact is that 2 instant kills were picked up in that situation, but Lucent was not able to, take control or even get that boom. So I'm curious on how they were kind of set up, but they just, to put it simpler, they just wasn't working together and making the most out of their advantages. So we'll see in this one, 2 boom shots in the hand of Dragon.
2 hills, 2-1 in favor of Regal. We have boom shot with Dragons. He shoots a boom. He misses with 1 boom left. He picks up the meat shield. 0 players dead. Excuse me, 1 player now down for Regal as Swift goes out. Domination is coming through, and with the boom shot, it's looking more than likely that Regal can run away with this. This 1v1 can determine how this game ends with the pistol fight. Dragons moves up, jumps over cover. Huge mistake, he recovers. No, here we go. Fortune's unable to capitalize on the punish. Domination came through. Regal Reserve 7-5.
For a while, I was wondering what type of dragon he was with those boom shots. Was he Shinron or Spyro?
Oh, it was questionable, man.
it was, but
Spyro.
Yeah, but you know, hey, we saw he was able to connect with one, and you see they come out 7-5. But
yes.
you know, you know, so they went in that match and they said, hey, this is going to be an easy one. And
Regal said it, yeah.
Lucent said, hey, you're going to have to put some respect on our names. A few rounds in which Lucent let get away from them.
Yes.
But when they go back and rewatch it, they'll see the ones in which they say, hey, we had to be quicker. Hey, we had to take that round in our hands. We couldn't be so passive. So that's why I stress to you guys that when you guys are, you play the 2Ks every week. Even when you go into scrims, you got to practice taking those what you may feel like is risky opportunities. You got to practice that, because once you do, they're going to become like, hey, this is the play. We can make this play.
Yes, so congratulations to Regal. Listen, they told me before the game that, you know, they had a chance to actually, they can place top 2 in Europe, but there's something actually coming up soon.
Yeah, it is something coming up soon as well.
Do you want to spill the beans?
Huh? Well, you know, for you guys, just to announce it for you, we're going to be having EGL London.
Yes.
Is going to be going down. So that's going to be popping off June 9th to the 10th.
Yes.
And that's going to be a good one. At our last event in Sheffield, we had Supremacy get second. We had Fable win it. Also, Regal and Lucent, they had great placings in that one. So, you know, we saw who the champions were, but we also just saw today in that show match who are some of the other contenders in the European region. And I must say to you guys, as a region as a whole, I'm really proud of you guys from Season 1 till now on just the improvement in which I'm seeing from the region's gameplay.
In all areas, man.
Exactly.
You know, skills, showing up, numbers at events. I'm really proud. But what makes this event so important is that this is a 20K event.
Yes.
20K. So, guys, listen, if you do extremely well at this event and you get a lot of pro points, you could go to some American events for free.
Yep.
If I believe so.
And, yeah, it's going to be worth 10,000 pro points for the winner.
Yeah.
And 20K in cash all around. So that's going to be a great one. And, hey,
big time.
No, hey, I might even try to get out to that one.
I would love to just spectate, to be honest, but I'm kind of poor right now. But we have a huge game coming up next. Rise Nation against Relentless. Yes, Demo Bounce, Detox, the rest of them. I'm extremely excited, and we will come to that game after this short commercial break.
What makes our roster strong as a whole is I feel like we have every piece of the puzzle. It's all about just putting it together. So like if we could put it together on a map, then it's just like, it's clockwork, it's easy. When we're at our best, we're at our best, like you know. Me, I bring energy, I do everything. Like I'll call out if someone misses a call out, I'll slay when I have to slay. I'm the all-around player of our team. People that are overlooking us this event really shouldn't be doing that, and especially the type of people we have on our team. So now we're gonna see who's the better team.
Welcome back. I'm your host, Velly, and I'm here once again with Guy Blaze, Rise Nation against Relentless. From that video, Blaze, I'm gonna admit it. I'm Blaze's biggest critic, man.
Yeah,
but
Blaze's
Demo's biggest critic.
Demo's biggest critic.
Yeah, but I really like this team.
Okay, yeah. Yo, so you got me and Demo confused.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry.
Come on. You know what? I would have expected that from Ben. Actually, you know what? I would not have expected that from Ben, because Ben will never make a mistake. But you,
I'm sorry, man. All right, so
but I will say off that video that Detox, you know what? I've watched this guy play a lot.
He's a beast.
And in that if I was currently playing, he will be one of the players who I will die just to have on my team, because it's few players who I feel like are like perfect teammates or have that possibility to be a perfect teammate. And I think Detox is one of those selfless players who is also nasty at the same time. You know, he's one of those quality team members.
This
I
team,
pick him up.
I mean, to be honest, I feel like this is Demo and Detox's best team since Fire and Ice, where they got top 6 in Dallas season 2. But when you look at Demo and his other teammates of the past, he's back with Clouds. They got top 2 together. They the first team to beat Optic in Gears 4. So I'm really excited to see how this team comes along. But when you talk about Rise, Rise, they have heavy hitters. You said they had baby Demo and Vexes. I mean, Rise, their leadership, what more can you say about them?
Well, you know what? Rise is on a rise, man. And you know what? After that last event, what was it, top 6 finish? You know, the top 6 finish. They barely got past Supremacy.
Scared me, man.
But they showed that they're resilient. They showed that when their back's against the wall, right, that ultra instinct comes out, right? And they start clutching up. But the real key is that you can't let your back get against the wall if you're going to perform every time. You know what I'm saying? You got to be able to come out and perform. And then when your back is against the wall, you be like, all right, here's my true form type of thing, right?
Yes.
But you got to just have that consistency in your gameplay. Off rip, Mortifies, front or second spawn. He was actually front spawn for him. He goes down. Nice team fire by Relentless Ones. They're able to pick up a double on him. Drix triple on the Vexies. Vital with the big triple. And now 2 members left. 2v2 situation on this B hill. 1 player down. Just turned into a 2v1. They should fight this on the B hill. Yep. Fight, crawl to the B hill, the domination coming through. C hill gets decapped, but his teammate should type up. Frank's in a difficult spot, but you see the man himself, Vexies, going big to keep the round alive.
No, going big definitely goes to Vital Sam. Sam and Hesitate, the duo from Motivate Gaming, they combined for 5 kills off the bat for this Relentless team. Like, these guys, they come out hot. Vital Sam, one of the up-and-coming players in Gears of War. I really like how relentless he is. Yeah. Relentless one.
Yeah.
I really like how relentless he is when it comes to approaching fights. He's extremely confident, but we're going to be on board with the Vexies, with the Drix respawning and Frank coming in soon for Rise. I really want to see how the Relentless Ones, they, work around the map and play together, because, do remember, this is a new team, so they're still learning from each other. And here we go, Detox with the double kill to put Mortifies and Drix in the respawn queue once again. A Vexies in a 1v2.
All right, here we go. You see him starting to drop back. He's he sees where Vital is. He gets the call out. He wants to go flank Vital to try to force that into a 2v1, but he ended up getting called out in a 2v1 what you see, that's what the beauty about Avexis, right? Certain situations, he extends them, right?
Yeah.
The disadvantages that he's in, he extends plays and gives his teammates time to get in position and do what they got to do. But B-Hill should go in favor of Relentless Ones, but this is a big fight. Zerfting, he gets shut down. But now you see Demo, he was trapped in a difficult position. Avexis comes through. The duo he had to fight of Avexis and Zerfting, his former teammates, and they come through and they take him out.
Yes, with the double kill for Rise, Q and Detox, they're also waiting to respawn. So Rise, they're going to have to go ahead and fight this 3v2 as Klaus goes down. Domination is being pushed against him. Fire and Ice, Klaus backs up. He waits for teammates to respawn. This is their last push if they want to stay alive.
All right, here we go. Klaus, he's able to get through. He picked up that kill. 3 members down of Rise. He's overextending right away, and that's the proper play as well. Even if you're leaving your teammates in a 2v1, you got to have trust that they can get that. So he gets the early decap on the home hill, but now he has 3 players to worry about. The question is, do they all 3 come to him? And he gets 2 in his direction, but they all did look at him, and he gets dropped quick. But his team, do they get a nice little setup on his B hill before Rise can spring into action? And they do get a nice little decent one to kind of hold off a little bit.
All right, with the score at 152 to 138, there is a 1-1 hill matchup with the middle hill currently being fought for as Q was fighting hard, but Detox trying to keep Drix away from his teammate. Yes, he downs Drix, gets the kill, and now he's capping the middle hill to put them at a 2-1 hill advantage. B hill still not clearly capped yet. So Rise, Avexis, he's gonna push in. They're offering Lancer Power support from all across the map. As Klaus gets down Sam, the last line of defense, he gets one-shotted by Avexis and Rise on the move.
And for you guys at home who do not know, Kurstin is going to be hesitation.
I can't pronounce his name.
It's Kurstin.
Okay.
Yeah, he made sure. Yeah, he made sure before he changed his game tag to DM me and let me know, so we didn't have another Swift Fishing League incident.
I call him Q.
Yeah, and Q is another one. But it is hesitations. I don't know why he changed his name. Maybe he said, hey, I can get this original gamer tag. I might as well do it, right?
No, man. Stick with one name. Build your brand.
Like, don't agree with that Franco. As well.
Franco went to every event. He went this Bull, KO.
Bull, KO,
Frankie.
Right? But you know what? Some players, so okay, Gears players have their superstitions. And even gamers have their superstitions as a whole that has been around for a while. Some players felt like when they changed their gamer tag, they got better.
They feel like it's like New Year, New Me.
Yeah,
like
New Year, New Me, right? New gamer tag, new me. You know, I'm going to come out in scrims today. I'm going to be that guy. I'm going to be playing good for a week. And then, you know,
right.
Some people feel that way.
Really?
Yeah, I'm trying to think of what other what superstitions did you have when you played?
Oh, me, I felt like I went to the next level every time I changed my name. Like, whenever I felt like I got better, I would...
Any other superstitions from things that you just like that you felt like you had to do? Like, well, one is I could never play at an event with my shoes on.
Really?
I don't like playing with my shoes on. I always had to play in my socks.
What?
Yeah, or bare
Oh, I don't talk to people. I don't talk. I'm completely silent. I don't want to get out of
You don't talk to your opponents?
I don't talk to my teammates, opponents, nobody.
Really?
Like, I am in the zone. Like, anybody that talks to me is going to get snapped at. Like, that's just the killer instinct that I have.
I used to take naps at events. Because I feel like I'm like the best version of myself right after a nap. I don't miss.
You got to get your beauty sleep.
Yeah, and I'm not watching my opponents. I'm not stressing myself out. I play my match. I go off into a corner. I kick my feet up, and I take a nap.
Right. Yeah, I don't know. Now that I think about it, yeah, these players do have these pre-game rituals, but Mortifies, he gets down, but surely picked up. He's 4 red. He's going to go ahead and look for cover. Relentless Ones, they're definitely on fire. This is a team where they're not afraid to fight and get in your face, which is what I like about him. Mortifies down again. Detox pushed up, gets taken up by Mortifies, but Q in a 1v1 against Mortifies. Yes, Q gets the double kill, and he's free to cap.
No caster bias at all. No, I'm just joking. But yeah, Heza, he goes big in that one. And so you're going to see the 2-cap in favor of Relentless Ones. From the overhead map, they're going to have 2 guys watching this B-Hill, but they may need one more. Detox, he needs to get some shots in for hesitation. He's trying to, Detox becomes the aggressor, and they kind of switch roles. Heza's trying to fly in there. He knew that he couldn't pull off that up A. He tried to up A the guy off the revive. And now just playing that situation a little bit bad. I believe Detox shouldn't have got aggressive as he did.
I would have let Heza be aggressive if anything, if it was needed.
Pull your Lancer out, and if Heza backs down, he just backs down, but you just keep that Lancer pressure. It's a few different movements. When you're down there and those guys have to come up through the cave, you have a few different opportunities. The first opportunity is when they move from down the cave to the H, right? That's your opportunity to tag them up. Then they have to move to either one of the covers on the left and the right, more opportunity to tag them up.
Yeah.
Then they have to come off those covers and progress towards that hill to T. Those opportunities you have to light them up. So you have 3 different chances for your teammate to get his life back and for your opponents to come down there and help you out as well. You do not have to be the aggressors in that 2-cap situation when your team has no possible way of coming out with that 3-cap.
Yes, Demo was able to sneak a kill on Zerping as there's 2 members of Rise, which is Frank and Mortified, so trying to protect their home hill against the likes of Heza and Klaus, or Demo supporting from afar. So with this push coming up with Sam coming out of spawn, we're going to see a 2v2 with Klaus and Demo supporting. Yes, and both players from Rise were taking out, so the home hill will go to Relentless Ones, and the push after this will be crucial as Heza was taken out by Drix. Drix with the double kill takes out Vital Sam, and now they're on the offense.
All right. Now, they're going to hold this home hill setup. In the first showcase match, we kind of explained how it's difficult on some maps to do a home hill setup. This one is a lot more favorable.
Ideal.
Yeah, it's more ideal to hold down this A and C and give up that B hill. And that's what we're seeing out of this Rise Nation. That's the beauty about Foundation, is that you have those different options of 2-cap setups. On the first half and the second half, you have 2 options in both. And it's only a maximum of 4 options, right?
Yeah.
It's either, when it comes down to 2 hill setups, either hold your home hill in a neutral or both home hills. So on this map, you have 4 options. Some maps you only have 2. Some maps you only have 3. So this one is the more versatile maps in Foundation for you guys who did not know that.
From what I see so far, Relentless Ones are definitely going through some growing pains.
Yeah. Also, this one I want. This is the round 2, still early on in this one, but this is where you make a big weapon placement. You know Rise is going to have their preferences, but don't worry so much about Rise preferences, right? Think about your teams. Where do you want to fight at, or where you do not want to fight at? So they said, hey, let's block middle. We might not want a boom shot to go here. We might not want to take this fight away from Pistons. Now, in the first half, teams, they don't really like that statue fight too much. So we won't really...
It's out the way.
Yeah, we really won't see no booms go down in that location. But if your team was very talented at statue on the first half, you can block that middle, or you can put that boom shot on statue right away and force an early on boom fight for that statue. Also control boom spawn and hold a 2-cap and leave that B hill until a 1v1 engagement.
Oh yeah.
Especially if you have a talented 1v1 player on your team, it's ways in which you can get around your opponent. It's several different approaches in which you can use this weapon placement system, and it's my job to educate you knuckleheads sometimes on the versatility and what you can do to be better and throw different looks at your opponent. Escalation is a chess match, folks.
Yes, and with the marks that picked up by both Franco and Detox, we see Franco using the power of that weapon to help out his team in big team fights. So with a team fight of 5-4 advantage of Rise, we're going to see how they can advance. Franco taken down. He pushed up pretty aggressive with the marks. So it wasn't ideal, but as you see him, my man is crawling back for a revive. He gets it. A Mortified shot to him. Zerping with a headshot. Demo also gets taken down by Mortified. So we're seeing pretty much a breakdown right now. Can Rise actually stay alive and work together to clean up these kills? 4 players were down at a time for Relentless Ones. Now 3. We're going to see domination come through. 3 seconds left on clock as Klaus and Demo are the last line of defense to capture their hill. Demo with the headshot on the Vexy. Zerping also taken out by Klaus, and they save the day.
3 down. Next member up for Rise is Frank now. They got 3 up. All right, all members up for Relentless Ones as well.
Ooh. Demo wants it because he knows he should have had that kill on the first shot. Drix finally taken down by Demo, but
that's one of those situations that if Demo's going to be aggressive, Klaus needs to be on that same page and go with him as well, right?
Yeah.
As soon as they won that fight, actually, as soon as they won that fight, all 3 members probably should have pushed across simultaneously if that's what Demo actually wanted to do as a unit, and just had their teammates pick up the home hill off and respawn.
Synergy is a thing. If you see one player push and he commits, listen, sometimes you're just going to have to go along with him.
And with the synergy, it comes down to knowing who your teammates are, right?
Yeah.
You gotta be that guy to know if your teammate pushes without making a call out, or if your teammate is slow on a reaction, you gotta be aware of that, because you guys win and lose as a unit.
Ooh.
Okay, if you get to the vent and he's still reacting slow and you blame it on throw, like, you had plenty of opportunities to help him change that or pick up for his lack of communication. You guys got to work as a unit.
I would say two of Rise's most explosive players just lost a 2v2 against Detox and Demo. You know, two big name players in Gears of War. So Relentless Ones, they still have to fight in this as they're going for domination. 2 seconds left. Pistol coming from Klaus. He weakens the opponent as Vital was unable to capitalize on the fight as he was taken out. Now another kill for Vexys. Vexys with the 1v2. He's successful. We're going to see Demo slow things down a little bit. He saw the middle hill
Mortifies
there.
like a mannequin in that fight.
So Demo getting Lancer in the back. He pretty much has nothing to do. Go for the kill, Demo. But Demo gets taken out without walking away with the kill.
All right. Domination coming through. Let's see what they can do.
So the thing is I see in this game, so Relentless Ones, they definitely have the gun skill. They have the gun skill. They're winning a lot of fights, 1v1s, 2v2s, and team fights. When it comes to rotating and just holding down the line, they're unable to do it. And that's where Rise excels. Even though you have two big hitters on that team that you're really afraid of in Vexys and Zerpting.
And neither one of them is running front spawn.
No, not at all. Not at all. Their teamwork and just veteran experience is leading them right now 3-0 in this map.
Mortifies at the front, and I'm not even knocking it.
Mortifies is dope. I mean, even online, Mortifies is a little warrior, man.
Yeah, I always tell people as well, too, that, you know, some of your more, it's not always your talented player who should be rocking front spawn, especially on a map like this. Sometimes it has to be one of your more vocal or more aware players, just because the simple fact is that when things are going wrong, it's probably going to be up to that front spawn's job to really see what's happening. Is it a smoke that's coming in too late? Is some guy missing his up A? Where's your team getting beat at on those opening initials? Now, that type of intel that you're gathering in the earlier respawn rounds from 10 seconds to 16 is going to be very vital for 16 plus, 18 plus, you know?
Yeah.
Because if you can identify those small mistakes in what your team is making on maps like this, those last 3 rounds could be easy dominations as this game kind of slowly transitions into a more execution style.
Ooh, Vital Sam with that one shot on Franco. You saw Zerpting. He tried to make the push to B Hill with his team, but they were outnumbered. Huge team fight happening. Vexy's down. Up to Mortifies in the 1v3. He gets Vital with a huge one shot. Oh, he gets the up A, but he was taken out by Klaus. Klaus, crucial 1v1. If he wins, he's able to pick up his teammate. Drix finally dead with Klaus picking up the sniper rifle.
So sniper picked up.
Oh, this is ideal. There we go. Headshot. I knew it was coming.
Klaus with that time, and he gets the down and a save too. Klaus with the pinpoint accuracy. He knows somebody's on top of the hill as well. He's teammate. He's gonna tap up off that revive. So Klaus in a prime position. Oh, Mortified showing that face. At this point, Klaus, I was gonna say he should ask himself, hey, should I back up? But Sam is saying, hey, you know, we got position, our teammates making plays. We need to be at least aggressive when we can to try to, so you can get the angle with the snipe on their home hill if you need to. You see Cloud's gonna look right on over to get him that angle for the team, already taking care of the rest of the Rise members.
Great play. Great play. Personally, I would have pushed a 2v1 because my main raised no punk. But at the same time, I mean, his patience. I mean, that's why Klaus has been on the upper echelon of teams, you know, throughout Gears 3 up to now.
And they were waiting for that intel. They were just trying to make sure, hey, nobody else is coming.
Exactly.
Once they had the intel from Hesitations and the boys off the other end, they said, all right, we can do this. We can push it. We can get you in a more advantageous position.
Nothing reckless.
And, you know, I like the weapon plays about Relentless Ones beforehand because that's something to play into your team's strengths, right?
Yeah.
We know how many talented snipers is on this team of Relentless Ones, and they said, hey, let's play for the sniper. We want to play for something, but we don't want it to be too drastic as boom shot, but still, they're playing to their team's strengths, and you got to respect them for it.
Yes, and here we go off of initial. Rise Mortifies with a shotgun kill on Hesitate, aka Q. Demo Bounce picks up the incendiary grenades. Klaus, he's in the spot. It's pretty ideal to help out his teammate, but he pulls out a shotgun, gets the kill on Mortifies with Detox, as both players are taken down by Franco with some assist from his teammate. So Franco the leader of this team. Let's see if he can go ahead and make this huge flanker push to the opponent's home hill. Marks it in hand. He sees somebody here at the A hill. Patience. Patience is the name of the game. So things are going to slow down a little bit, and these players are going to gather some intel for their next push.
All right. Now, set up.
Okay.
Ooh, he actually Frank caught him with that.
Detox tried to get loose on that. He pushed 1v1 and got a headshot about Franco. The Marksa isn't a weapon you want to get caught in front of. Ooh, okay. Okay.
Double headshots by Frank. Looking for that next target. Oh, he's going to get some shots. Trying to tag him up. This is one of those situations. Now, Frank, he's trying to stay mobile, right? But he's also in a position. Detox runs up on him off his feet. He catches him in the peripheral. Now he's got to just back up a little bit, try to set himself up. But Detox staying aggressive. He's pissed off about the headshot beforehand. But Frank was in that spot like, so he wasn't being pushed. But if he would have had his back against the wall taking cover, or just been on one of those front covers and taking those shots, he would have been maybe, what, 50 times more accurate by just having a piece of his body attached to that cover. And probably could have tagged up a few more shots, but he wasn't expecting to be there that long.
I agree. So with the sniper rifle in the Vexy's hands, guys, if you've ever seen a Vexy's with a ranged weapon, this is somebody you don't want to give a clean shot to. Vexy's, one of my favorite content creators in Gears of War. He can do work. Vital Sam with the headshot and mortifies shortly with the shotgun kill on Detox. Rise are pretty much finding their footing. We're seeing a push right now for the home hill. Ooh, a Vexy's with the sniper rifle out. Not ideal for a 2v1 fight up close, but his teammate was able to wrap up the kill as Klaus, Sam, and Detox are now alive to save themselves from a triple cap.
All right.
Well, B Hill isn't taken yet.
No, it's not. Still in the hands of Relentless Ones. And they got, I believe that's Sam down there who's locking that down. Yes, it is. And he's going to get this second snipe off respawn. Put himself in a position to help his teammates. He's connects with the body. That's still a good one, but he has to help Clouds very, very quickly. Connects with the body there as well. Clouds in a lot of trouble. He's going to pull out that pistol, but now Vital just trapped between a rock and a hard place. Too many teammates need help, and he does not have enough hands and enough weapons, and he goes down. Rise comes out on top in this round.
That sucks. I don't know if it's because he had the sniper rifle or positioning, but he just wasn't in a position to help out his teammates.
No. He was in a, no, I gotta disagree. I think he was in the best position he could have been to help his teammates. And he shot 3 shots. Actually, I want to say he shot 2 shots and was 2 for 2, or shot 3 shots and was 2 for 3. But he connected with the help on Clouds. But that one was a rare one.
Was in a 1v like
he was in a 1v2, 1v3. Clouds had to at least get a chunk. Not much he can help. Also, his teammates that came out for respawn, he connected with a shot over there.
He did great there.
Yeah, to help his teammates to come off with that one. The only thing he probably could have did differently was maybe commit to 1. But once he helped his teammates to the home hill, he says, all right, 1 is weak. It's a lot of y'all. Y'all got this. I need to help Clouds and probably, stop our B hill from probably getting decapped as well. So
I agree.
His teammates just had to hit a few more shots. He did the best he could.
I don't know. Maybe it's me, but I see a lot of rounds slipping from Relentless Ones than Rise winning rounds, that dominant. Because we see Relentless Ones, they get power weapon control off the bat. We see initial from Franco, but Relentless Ones, it's mid-game. Mid-game IQ is what they have to work on as a unit. Once they do that, this team is going to be something special. I could definitely see them placing top 8. Our next July in July. Our next event in July.
Yeah, our next July.
Next July in July.
I would have said the same thing. All right.
Oh, they put the boom shot down. Okay.
And so what happens is on this one is that, when it comes down to it, based off the weapon spawns, it's only about 4, and you have 5 weapon placements in the first half, so you're able to switch one out.
Yeah.
So Relentless Ones, in the earlier rounds where they decided to block that spot, they're choosing to put a boom down and get a different look. So, interesting.
Making a statement. All
but
right.
My question is, why not? Why not boom early on? But don't get me wrong. Hey, the snipers, that's one of their strengths.
I don't blame it.
They probably have multiple different strats for this map, right? And they chose one early on, and the score count is still currently 4-1. So
no, so it makes sense. So if you really watch this game closely, not saying you weren't. Relentless Ones, they had chances to actually win a few more rounds. And the thing that I like about Demo is that it's getting bad. Demo's hard-headed. And so when Demo really believes that you guys can win without dropping a heavy weapon to start with, Demo's going to go for it. He's going to say, okay, this is what we need to fix. This is what we're going to have to do.
It's not bad at all.
It's not bad. Oh, nice double kill. But you know, it's just their tenacity to just get better, and this is the type of team that I would want to be on if I'm trying to really make a statement.
And so even for me, back when I used to scrim, like if something wasn't working, we kept running, right?
Yeah.
We ran it in the name of practice. That hey, it's these things that we need to change. Let's change them, right? Because we need to understand this and we need to fix that. So that's good that he's like that. What I kind of took from it was that their first half strat, it really wasn't working out, so they need to change it up. As you said before, Relentless ones, when it comes down to that mid-game,
they're terrible at it.
Yeah, certain transitions they're not good at.
Yeah.
But if they know opening initials, classic execution, right?
Yeah.
With that boom down, you come out on an 18-second respawn round. Hell, on this map, this actually could be a 12-second one, right?
You in the game.
You win that opening initial, that boom down, you can end it. Okay. You know, so that's good.
Klaus, another headshot for his tally on this map with a body shot. Klaus.
Oh, he's gonna catch him.
Oh, with the down. This guy is on fire with the sniper right now. He's connecting shots. He's getting headshots, assisting teammates around the map. That's really what you want to see when there's a sniper rifle in a teammate's hand. So
he's been fought, and I love it. See, ever since the Vexi's move, he's kept track of him. He knows where he can be and where he can't be, just based off time and playing this game. He's got this right over his head. He's going to keep it because he knows that Vexi's has a lance, and the Vexi's knows that he needs to kind of slide down to get out of his range, waiting for the teammates to come off respawn.
I don't like this. I don't like it. You have to get the triple cap right now, and when you see your teammate go up there with a boom shot, and there happens to be a 1v2, 1v3, you
Did
pretty
he go
much.
with a boom shot?
Yeah, he had the boom shot. You have to act on it because the only way you're gonna win is the triple cap at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, and they tried to wait for the last possible opportunity to kind of get in there and
you don't want to do that,
and it just wasn't able to work out for him.
It's growing pains. I hope that they sit back and look at the rounds that they lost and learn from it, because, like I said, this team has potential, but it's the way that they go about things. Right there, they did a little too much too late.
Yeah, interesting. You know, so let's see kind of how, folks, we're going to be in halftime, so those power weapons are wiped off the map, just to give you guys a reminder. Also, we got a new set of hills. We got the welding and fountains. It's going to be locking down the home hills. The statue's going to be rocking down our neutral hill. So a slightly different engagement. It's going to kind of look like how it did early on, because teams, they're going to be fighting for control down mid-map. But early on, since it really isn't a power weapon in that position, as the meta has kind of changed where boom shot goes down there, we're going to see them spread out a little bit more and take a few different 2v2 fights and a few different 1v1s.
Klaus, the man of the hour. He goes for the double kill. Can he go for the triple? Yes, you see his teammate in a fight. Who is that bouncing around? I can't read his name. Avexi's taken out by Klaus. 3 kills in a row off of initial. This guy has a hot hand. So with the pistol out, he's capping this E-hill, and he's going to camp just a little bit here at the statue. Will Relentless Ones actually come up with a setup to win a game? They're at an advantage, but if we go over to D-hill, we see 2 players on rise at Pistons. Demo holding both of them back, and Mortified runs away. So now we see a 1v1 scenario. Demo knows this is not his fight to have, but as we move on over to Statue, Zerpting takes over Klaus, and Frank, with the pistol fire, helps out his teammate in a big, huge team fight, 3v2, which is now a 3v1.
They're going to end up getting this neutral hill in their control. So, still, a close game so far. And you look at this overhead. Ooh, you got some aggressors, right? They're all in the spawn of Relentless Ones. You got 2 players in that mid-ramp.
They won.
Yeah, they're looking for hands. And who is that? That's Mortified, and that's the Vexi's. Mortified goes down. But they know they got this guy weak. The team fight not even come through, but a Vexi's, he was just enough of a distraction for the push to come through cave so that Drix can get on that home hill with Zerthing. And now Relentless Ones gets caught with the Mr. Krabs, but somehow the E-hill, the savior, we don't know who it is. Maybe it's Vital. One of the members managed to get through and decap that E-hill. So,
with domination denied, Vital Sam head downs Drix, gets the headshot with Demo, offering support fire from the tunnel. Sam is going to back up and wait a little bit as they are in the 3v1 scenario. They clean up the easy kill, textbook situation.
All right, now 5-1 rise close to match point. This is going to be an important round for Relentless Ones, and they're going to be down in this one by close to 20 points. The E-hill not capped up. So if they can get if Relentless Ones can get the 2 cap as soon as possible, that'd be awesome. But most importantly, let's look at the overhead one more time real quick. And yeah, you see the team fire coming through, so they're gonna end up. This is a 2v2 fight that quickly that turned into still a 2v2 fight. Oh, there you go. A guy came through the middle. They turned into a 3v2, so they can get this 2-cap in as early as possible. So they clean up these kills, and now they just need to spring into action and try to get to that home hill as soon as possible. But nobody's choosing to cap up the E hill because now their home hills are in jeopardy. Clouds with a little secret man.
No.
Ooh, I don't know if the spawn shield got the best of him, but he backs up to the F hill.
That's it. That's game. They have to get the triple cap at this point. They have to play perfect. They cannot allow Rise to get another point from this hill. 208, 209, 210. Rise, their 6th round, 6-1.
He was on the F hill for a while. At a certain point, you just need to say, you just need to tell these guys, hey, you two need to get that hill.
Yeah.
You two need to get this hill. You need to watch the cut. I need to watch the cut. Okay? I'm clearing out B or something. Like, at that point, you need to delegate so people know, like, all right, I need to focus on this. Sometimes you need a guy to do it because I thought they should have fought that E hill as a 2v2 at the neutral.
I agree.
Bringing that third guy over, that wasn't his primary focus. With that much time on the clock, the third guy, I think it was Hesitations that came through middle. He needed to be focused on those home hills and working with the other guys to make sure that nobody tried to OE on those guys and get to their home hill. Also, because in typical situations, teams will turtle up on their own home hill.
Yeah.
So that's where you need your extra forces. You need to have faith in your teammates to win their fight, and you need to win yours. It's a tight situation.
I mean, regardless, you can't wait until the last possible second to have your last push. You want to give yourself, enough cushion, enough time to actually have 2 tries, at least, bare minimum, to make that hill break. So, as we are here on Statue, we're going to see Zerfting in a 1v1. He misses the first shot. Clouds gets down through the smoke. Zerfting is going to put himself in a situation that's not ideal. 1v2. Can he get away with the kill? No, he was taken out by Clouds. Clouds picked up by Detox. Here goes another 2v2. They're going to have to single one guy out, which was a Vexies. He gets down, and another 2v1 for this duo. Can they do it? Yes, Detox takes another kill. So in 3 separate 2v1 situations, Relentless ones came out victorious.
Yes, they did. All right, here we go.
I like that, man. Use your teammates.
Yeah. All right, so Relentless ones, they got the 2-cap. Now they're getting aggressive. Oh, so this is a 2v3 fight. But you saw Vito and Demo, they used their positioning to get that opening down, to try to just hold off and even out the odds until their teammates can get there. Maybe a little bit too close, but they were in the best positions in which they could, so they go annoying. I think Demo, he OE'd a little. No, that was Klaus that OE'd to his opponent's home hill just to get that decap, buy his team some time to come off a respawn.
Oh.
Detox mid-map, he wins 1.
Movement.
Woo!
The double kill. Who is this guy?
That's all awareness, man.
Yeah.
I feel like especially in the upcoming year, Detox is that next big thing, man. I honestly feel that way about this guy. He's young, he got a lot of heart into the game, and he's a good teammate, man.
No, he's there. The breakout has happened, in my opinion. I spoke to a few top teams, even Echo Fox, back, around Dallas after the invitationals. I mean, regionals. They had high praises for the guy, saying, to them, Detox is a beast. He's a guy that can do it all. You know
what? I just think I like him so much because he reminds me so much of myself in a sense.
Okay.
I mean, what you? Hey, you saying okay like I wasn't good?
All right, what do you like about him?
No, I'm just saying. Like, no, he's a versatile player. He's selfless. He's good with the scope as well. Also, he has a good shotgun. He's not flashy with the bounce and the movement.
No.
He just makes the right moves and movements to win the fights in which he needs. He's not doing too much and he's not doing too little.
One thing that actually reminds me of you when I look at him is that it comes down to demeanor and patience in the game. You were never okay, calm down.
Keep on talking
you were never a player that pushed recklessly. You always thought about your next move. It was well calculated.
Yeah.
When you look at Detox, he's really the same way. You never see Detox in a dumb situation. You don't look at Detox and say, okay, you're a stupid player. You're an idiot.
Yeah.
No, it's like, okay, that was really smart. And then another thing that catches my eye about him is that you were a streaky player. He is, in my opinion, one of the best players in the game when he's on fire. When he's on fire, I've seen him go rounds without dying.
Yeah.
And he kills everybody. and it's insane. The guy has an
Yeah.
insane amount of skills.
You know what? I think that was very beautiful what you said, Bill.
Okay.
And all those years of me hearing you and GPs
Okay,
and us keeping the crown for you to come and talk that good stuff to me like that. Oh man,
I have to butter you up.
I'm all hot and bothered inside, folks. And Rise Nation comes out on top in this show match, and they take down Relentless Ones. Vale,
all right, here we go.
What do you take away from that one?
What I take away from this, Rise, they are the more complete team.
Yeah.
Did they dominate? No. I feel like a lot of rounds should have went to Relentless Ones.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, if you guys are watching this show, just remember, like Fatal Strike says, watch film, look and see why you lose. Relentless Ones, they were great off of initial, but they were lost after that. Rotations, playing for each other, they were amazing at. They were phenomenal at that. But just, rotations and just map awareness and just awareness of time in general.
Yeah, exactly.
You have to work on that.
And trusting your teammates.
Exactly.
Well. And you got to have faith in those guys to win the battles that need to, but also having a better understanding of what is that perfect play that needs to be made. What's the next one? Does that require me to say, no, I can't help you because I have to go to this
It's
position?
okay to say that sometimes.
It's okay to say I can't help.
Yeah.
You can't help everybody on the map. I'm sorry, but sometimes you gotta say, hey, I can't do it. One of you guys gotta pick up. That guy that he just lost the fight to may overextend. You gotta pick up our home hill or something. You gotta be able to understand those situations.
Yes, and I'm very excited about the next game. I've been waiting for this all day.
Yeah.
We have Oceanic going against Fire and Ice.
This is our Latin American 2K final, folks.
Yes, so we will see that soon after this short commercial break.
I would describe Rise as like a family. Me and Frank been teammates for the longest, and then playing with 3 of the upcoming online warriors, we're that team. Don't sleep on us. You might get your feelings hurt. I think we really have a big advantage about surprising teams. People look down on us all the time. We're here to prove them wrong. When they're getting chunked and Zerp and them are flying at them, then they're gonna be really surprised. I think we're top 4 in the game. The key to get us firing on the same cylinders, I think, is for Frank to be the hype man. As soon as Frank gets hype, nobody's missing shots. But right now, I think our only thing in the way is discipline, knowing when to take your time. If we use our teamwork like we do at home, when stuff gets hectic, comms and just having fun as a team will lead us to the top. At the end of the day, like, we're all playing to win this title and bring it home for our org.
Welcome back to Fight Night, guys. If you think you have what it takes or you just want to have fun, you want to come and watch some Gears of War, make sure you show up to the next event, which is July 13th through the 15th.
I'm just so hot and bothered because of that black steel dome. Oh my
Everything
God.
is just getting you hot today.
Oh
huh?
my, it really is. You know, it was a beautiful day outside. I don't know what it is. You know, I might be actually. Neither gonna confirm nor deny that question, but folks. You know what's going to also be hot? Like you said, that event, July 13th to the 15th. You don't, guys do not want to miss that one. Quote me on it, okay?
Oh, it's going to be the biggest event for Gears of War. Ghost Gaming won, Optic Gaming, brand new team change. Echo Fox, new team change. New team changes all around.
Yeah.
It's going to be beautiful, but we finally get to the game that I wanted to see. Fire and Ice. Can I say something about them?
Yeah, please.
Okay, Fire and Ice, they made a really big team change.
Yeah.
And it wasn't their decision. So 3 players left Fire and Ice, and they picked up Anthrax, Autens, and Lyrics. You know who they beat to get here?
They beat Splice.
They beat Ronin.
They beat Ronin, sorry.
They beat Ronin.
Yes.
Okay, the fact that a brand new org came in with this team and they beat Ronin to get here, they're making a statement. And Fire and Ice, they're letting everybody know that, you know, they're here to stay. These guys are trying to make a statement.
Now, I do believe that Ronin did have a sub. Don't know who that was.
Their coach.
But still, at the same time, still a very talented roster. And we say how the skill gap is increasing in every single region of Gears of War esports. So our 2 teams tonight, Vale, we're going to be having pretty much Choche versus Rocher.
Yes.
That's kind of how I see it. Those are the former, the
He
original.
left Fire and Ice.
Those are the original members too as well. So Choche, Rocher left Fire and Ice for last event and made his own team.
Yes, but going to the point about them being the original players, weren't they on Splice together?
Yeah, they were on Splice together. They were part of that original roster.
Yeah.
With Desinite, Identivs, and Involving. So
There we go.
Involving, but still, you got 2 great. They went off and made their own teams. They got 2 great teams. But also, it makes me happy because I see those top players kind of spreading out and doing their own things and creating their own powerhouse team rather than keeping that super team. Now, even though there's situations of how they got off that powerhouse roster is all different, but we're seeing that knowledge transition across the board in the community as well. And we've kind of been seeing that. That's been a story all night long from what I've seen. And I'm excited to see both these teams go at it and see who's the better one.
Here we go. We're going to kick things off. If you look at our map bans and picks on Dam, Forge Blitz will be our second map. And if needed, Reclaim Dam. Great map. Perfect map to show off, you know, who the better team is, in my opinion. It shows which team has a better shotgun and a team fire. The map is open for all types of gameplay and weapon drops to use to your advantage.
All right, here we go. Oceanic versus Fire and Ice. Dam's going to be a beautiful one. It's definitely going to showcase the teamwork of both these teams as we saw in our first show match today with Lucent versus Regal. Now, Forge Blitz is one of Latin America's more favorable maps in a sense. You know, they love it. One is that engagement up top and that control room for those power weapons of M-Bar and everything like that. That's a big one. They love that fight. It's a big spread out map as well. The risk of domination is very low on it.
Extremely low.
It's extremely low
I like
on
that
it.
about that map, though.
And that's a good thing compared to the higher maps, like let's say for example, Damned and Reclaim, right?
Fast triple caps.
Yep. But long range map, long range weapons on it. One of the more favorable maps. It's like, now I was gonna say it is definitely the most 100% the most favorite map in Latin America, but don't quote me on that one because I was thinking that one as I said it. Then I was gonna think which one is Europeans' more favorite map compared to all of them.
Europeans.
Ooh, maybe Dam.
I always see Dam. I was gonna say Dam because I would definitely say so. Speaking of Europeans and Latin American teams, what are your thoughts on the level of competition when it comes to these teams such as Fire and Ice, Ronin, Fable, Supremacy? Everybody out there, how much is the skill gap risen?
Well, the skill gap is on the rise, folks, and that's just how it is. When you look at these guys and you just see the progress in which they've made, also you see how big the Latin American community is. I think they have more players than we do in North America. I know they definitely got more fans than we do in North America. But also the amount of time that they spend watching this game and loving this game and being fans of this game.
They're so passionate.
I think we have an incredible generation of Latin American Gears of War players on the rise, and they're slowly showing us what they're made out of. And hey, I'm all about it.
If we had every event in Mexico, I wouldn't bat an eye, I would be happy. Book every flight. I would love it. These guys, they love Gears of War, man. They're
I
so
would love to get a
passionate
house
about
in
it.
Mexico.
Man, what?
I could get a mansion.
Let me know how many pesos it costs. I might get a condo or two.
500?
You know what I'm saying?
No, I think that's real cheap, actually.
Well, it is Mexico. You know, things are affordable.
But
out
no,
there.
500 pesos. That's like pennies, bro.
Oh, wait. Remember when we went out to eat? How much it cost for 6 grown men to actually have a meal?
Yes. So for 6 grown men to eat with 6 sodas, 52 tacos.
Yeah.
With 6 sodas and 52 tacos, we paid
Like $37.
$37.
The director said it.
Because he was with us. It was me, you, Brian Cleaner, Shady. And Brian paid for it, yo. So shout out to our producer, because he was like, I got this. I said, I bet you do.
It was amazing, man. Speaking of that event, though, it gets me excited about what's to come in Gears of War. The fact that the scenes are getting bigger. We have another event in London. We have the Latin American community thriving and just growing and just fighting for dominance all around.
Yeah.
Gears of War is only getting bigger from this point on.
Yeah.
I really want to see how it's going to look in the end.
Yeah.
Because if you look at it, even though we've been around for a while, there's been dev changes, and we have this grassroots phase about us. But our players are so passionate, and they really care about the scene growing. I love it. I love it. I really want to see where we will be a year from now.
Yeah, and you know what? A year from now is going to be so special because even this season, I always tell you guys, folks, this season's a long one.
Season.
Yeah, this season's a long one, right?
Yeah.
And it's plenty of time. Even if you're out there watching Gears Esports right now, you can honestly pick up a controller, start practicing now, make yourself a squad, okay? And I personally feel like you have enough upcoming events to kind of progress through that open bracket, okay? Learn, study film, and possibly even win yourself a national championship. Things like that are possible, folks.
It's happened.
But step one, it's happened. We've watched teams do it in our lifetime, but you just got to believe you can do it, man. If you don't believe you can do it, you ain't going to do it. I mean, okay, that's step number 1.
Big time. And when you look at things, I mean, never think that you're too far back. When you look at the Spiral Knights roster, they got top 16 in Vegas, and now they're playing in 2K Fight Night. They beat Ronin with a sub, but still, the sub was their coach. Their coach knew how the team played. So these guys are getting better.
Yeah.
The skill gap is rising, and it's really interesting to see.
It is interesting to see.
Yeah.
Like we said across the board, they're just all they're just all good, right?
Oh yeah.
And like you think about it like this. Players like Monkeys just comes out of nowhere.
Don't get me started on Monkeys.
You know what I'm saying?
I had no idea who he was, and he dominated.
We did a whole season, okay, a whole season of Gears Esports, all right? Then we started this season, even halfway through the season, and then all of a sudden Monkeys comes out of nowhere. It's like, where has that player been hiding?
Some random guy in Mexico.
Or did he just get good over the last few months? No.
Right.
Nada. It didn't happen. He's been good for a while, but it just comes down to sometimes you got to go out there and go into the ranked games, go into GB, okay? If you see a guy that's talented, don't say, oh, man, he just an online warrior.
He got lucky.
Erase that definition. Erase that word from your vocabulary, that saying of online warrior. And sometimes you just got to be a leader and be that guy and give some of these players a chance, okay? Give them their first chance. Bring them onto the scene. Sometimes that may be some of you guys' better options rather than looking to the top and saying, please pick me up. Please pick me up.
Right.
Please notice me. What are you going to do? You know, hey, I've been shooting my gun for a while. No. You go out there and you earn that. Okay,
listen,
you turn heads on your own.
If you take advice from anybody when it comes to making it to the top, listen, Blaze went through it. This guy grinded. He grinded. We're talking about, I would always watch you try to make that top 8, and I would be rooting for you so hard.
I had the universe against me. I felt like I had everything against me, okay?
You did.
Just because the fact that I remember like the 08 season, the first team I lost to every single event before we got the playoffs, they won the event. That was the first team I lost to in champ bracket. They won every single event. The event I was supposed to get top 8 for my first time, which was the 3rd event in 2007, okay? One of the teams overslept and jacked up the whole bracket because they were drinking too much the night before, right?
Terrible.
They jacked up my whole bracket. Okay, I could have played Jeps Overdose for top 8. Next thing you know, I had to play Infinity.
Right.
That's the type of unlucky stuff I had to go through.
But they got loose off the juice, man. They couldn't help it,
bro.
But hey,
then next thing you know, wow, Blaze, you never made top 8 before, bro. I don't know what to tell you, man.
Listen, man, you found a way out the desert. You're up here fighting night. You did your thing. Listen, Blaze is annoyed right now. We're going to kick things off. Oceanic against Fire and Ice here for the Latin American 2K Finals. Let's see what happens off of initial. We have gunfire in play. A huge 1v1. Toydes was taking out Visu. Here we go, healing up. After that victorious win, he finds himself in another 1v1. Full red, lands the shot, takes out Aten. So, 2 players down by the hands of that one guy. Lyrics with the Lancer out. He is offering support fire for his teammates. They're going to slow things down a little bit. The initial was a bit underwhelming, but you know, these teams, they are filling themselves out, but they are here for a reason. So, with Fire and Ice against Oceanic, let's see who gets more map control first.
You know, I am such a fan of clean gamer tags. This is, you know, I feel like it's so important. Unless you got like a clever, you know, original gamer tag, like Immortal. I let them slide on that. I let them slide on that one. All right.
No, Visu, I was gonna say his name and I got scared for a second.
Then I saw BGXD. You know.
What do we call him?
And then I'm just gonna call him BG because I read that XD as a smiley face, just because it's like, oh, I'm BG smiley face 88. I'm 29 years old.
All right, domination was denied. Visu, 2 kills still. It hasn't seen much action yet. We're gonna look at a Fire and Ice push for this middle hill. Lancer fires coming their way. Visu, 2 more teammates, and here we go. Big team push coming in from Fire and Ice. Gunfire flying. Toydes takes out Roche, and then here we are. Yes, Anthrax, he was taken out as well, and weaving and diving through the smoke. We have 2 separate 1v1s. Full red. Visu tries to run away, and he gets down.
Yeah, he's gonna get caught out there by Choche, and so now you're gonna see this neutral hill getting capped up by Fire and Ice. They pushed through the defenses. Of Oceanic, and they broke them, and they got this neutral hill. Also, this is still early on, 10-second respawn round, so teams like to usually play this one a little bit slow. This is a close game as well. Choche backing up, waiting for reinforcements as well. This is about to turn into a 3v3 fight for control over this B hill veil, starting to break out as well. But you see the pinch from middle. Visu looking for angles as well. This is a prime opportunity where for these guys to actually even overextend and take the home hill if they want to. They could have gave this one up and took the home hill, but I didn't feel like Fire and Ice had a good enough setup on that B hill though.
Right, here we are. Choche, full red, gets down. Oh, he has 9 lives. That swarm member looked over him and dived away as Choche runs to break the C hill. This man, probably the luckiest player I've seen so far tonight. He gets pushed in 1v1, he lands a strong shot, but he was unable to come out with the win against BG. As BG gets down, he's awaiting a revive, but he taps up in time. Toydes in a 1v1, he finds himself now in a 1v2. He circulates around the truck, he finds himself in a 1v3. The man has no luck at all. He gets finally taken out by Immortal.
All right, as you see, he goes down, but in the end, by 10, Oceanic gets the first round on the board.
I feel bad for Toydes, man. He was trying to stay alive for so damn long, and every time he looped around the truck, he found another player on the opposite team in front of him.
I'm curious to see what we're going to see for this weapon placement, though. Let's see.
So we're looking at Latin American teams. We know that they like to, you know, bring the heat when it comes to these things. So, ooh, incendiary.
Which I wouldn't be mad at.
There you go. Bring the heat. Like I said, Choche, drop it. Fire and Ice. Here we go. Fire and Ice. I've been watching them play. I saw them play in Vegas. They're a team. They definitely have a lot of gun skill. Even though they lost Crystallized and other vital members of the team, they're still high level in this region.
Yep.
So as you look at the overlay, we're gonna look at pretty much almost the same setup with a lot more attention going towards platform where the incendiary nades lay.
All right, it's in on platform. You're gonna start to see a pinch from 2 different sides of the platform to try to get to him. Not picked up just yet, but you can see a cross is in play. You see that player Toydes on the other side of that wall. That's kind of what we were explaining in that first showcase match, that if you do put weapons there to outplay your opponents for them, you have a lot of angles in which you can use and a lot of cheaty strategies if you want that you can come up with. If you want to bait them out with weapons on that platform early on, and probably steal away a few early rounds if you can, if you do it correctly. But the setup, you got 3 members of Fire and Ice up top, set up on this B hill. Smokes come out and push the start. You're going to see 3 players rotate in. 1 player taking damage, backing up.
I don't like
Choche
this.
gets 1.
I don't like this. You saw Russia, he ran in by himself. He thought he had his 2 teammates behind him, but you know, Vitsu, he stalled for
a little hesitation,
he
right?
hesitated. And his you know, the teammate right next to him, he hesitated as well. Even though they are capping this hill, it could have been a way more successful cap, but now they're risking in a huge team fight. Anthrax, all is Fire and Ice players getting down left and right. 3 players down for Fire and Ice. It is up to Oceanic to definitely capitalize on this as they're making a team push towards Hill C.
All right. So to get that one, you see the defense. It's a 2v4.
Okay.
And you're going to see Choche, Lyrics, they go down. Anthrax comes through. Audience has to double back to get to the hill as well. They both pick up kills and save their home. Now it's going to be Nexus looking to just run away. Try to put himself somewhere in that B hill to be annoying. He cuts back. But I don't agree with the cutback. He tried to catch one on guard, thinking that they were going to.
He tried to be pretty. He tried to be pretty for the stream.
He should just ran circles around that neutral hill and just told his teammates, "Hey, get to me as soon as possible. I'm gonna do my best to stay alive."
Exactly. Everybody counts. So now with Fire and Ice, with the 2-1 hill advantage score, 120 to 138, they are down to points, but those points will double up pretty soon as they will look to catch up to Oceanic. So we're going to see a team fight. It's Oceanic wants to uncap B Hill and cap it for themselves. They push out Fire and Ice with 2 players down with Lyrics and Ottens. They're going to be on the offensive.
BG takes his head off the other side of that sandbag. And so you see the 2 cap. You see the score. Oceanic has a good lead. They don't have to play for the 3. If they get 2 down, they can be aggressive for it. There's nothing wrong with being aggressive for it. Just make sure that your other hills are watched as well. You just take the fight to your opponent's home hill. You decap that hill. At that point, all morale is off the table for your opponents. And yeah, they find Lyrics. They was looking for the rest of the guys that were still alive, but this is the Oceanic round. There's not much that Fire and Ice can do about that one.
So as I'm looking at Fire and Ice, I see they're extremely passive. I don't see enough aggressiveness to match on what Oceanic is doing. If you're not going to be aggressive and go toe-to-toe with this team, you know, pull out that Lancer and pistol and even it out. You want to stop their pushes.
Or this is where you put Boom Shot down in pit.
Right. How have they been doing off of initial? Because Oceanic has been, they've been, you know, dogging out with their shotguns.
Yeah, no, they have been dogging out with their shotguns. They've been doing
boom
good,
shot in pit.
And we do see the boom shot in pit. So
your eyes were closed. How do you call it every single time,
I was
man?
fixing my contacts. Don't put me on blast.
All right, boom shot down. I mean, it's pretty much what we expected from these 2 international teams. These guys, they like to go for the big play early, and with that, we see boom shot and the incense down the platform and pit.
All right, so smokes go out, and now BG, he pushes up, he gets aggressive, he's looking for that over-the-cover shot, the classic Gears of War 1 battles. He chooses for the up A, he gets the double down with the boom shot, escapes with his team, and they able to at least get 1 boom shot back to base. They get 2 kills for it, but those boom shots will just even the odds, but it still keeps Oceanic with a man advantage, and so they're just gonna go off and cap that B hill.
With B hill being the first hill, cap scores 0-0, but we're gonna see an advantage for Oceanic as the pumping station falls to them. A hill now being capped for Fire and Ice, so things are gonna slow down now. What both teams need to do, they need to gather intel and look for a place to attack. Lyrics with the shotgun chunk against BG puts Fire and Ice up to an advantage, 5-4.
And so Fire and Ice, they get in, they force some players back as well. And they, all members of Oceanic saying, hey, we can't hold this one. We just need to go. As they run away, Rochair was able to catch Alton slacking off. And he gets a kill. He gives his teammates a nice little safe spot to push into for them to try to get position over this neutral hill. But as all of this is happening, the boom shot is going to be spawning up soon. So you have to be careful with how many attempts you take at this because you got to ask yourself long-term goals, right? What's more important? So Fire and Ice, even though they lost that fight, no player should be even going in the direction of the B hill because it's what's most important is you setting up a new boom. Just make sure your opponents don't dominate you.
And you can't lose a player in a 2v1, even though he was taking out a good job to Fire and Ice. They're gonna have to, you know, regroup and find their feet because they are down 0-2 with a point disadvantage. B hill now capped to give themselves 2 hills over 1 with Choche. The only player here near the boom shot, he is in a prime position to set up for his team to get the boom.
Yes, he is. And so here we go. taking some shots, and Choche, he's gonna get aggressive. He got 4 members in his sights. That's that's good intel for his team. They don't know where the 5th is. That 5th member is pressed up against that platform, but the intel is there, and the boom shot is gonna be in the hand of Fire and Ice. He does that one, but still, that's the beauty about the boom shot in the second half. So everybody was like, oh my God, boom shot, we need to focus on this. But then you get Mr. Krabs right under your nose, right?
Yeah.
The domination comes through because you're so focused on the boom, and that's what you got to be cognizant of early on, because there's no hills down there like the second half. So if you commit too many of your resources, then you see those 3 hills at the top and a boom shot down low, those 3 hills get capped without you knowing, because you got 4 or 5 players fighting for the boom shot.
Right. All right, so we're going to most likely see another secondary weapon put down, which was a hammer burst. One thing I got to give it to, these international teams, they're great when it comes to these weapons. Back in Season 1, when you saw Explosive with the Retro Lancer, he was phenomenal at it. When you compare that to the Marksa and hammer burst and the Incense to these Latin American teams, these guys are absolute monsters with it. So we're going to see a heavy 4v4 push over at Boomshot, 1 player on each team, both going around the map for a possible flank. Ains kills Visu. Choche picks up Incense, 2 down for Fire and Ice, 1 down for Oceanic. Things are slowing down with the Boomshot. Is it in somebody's hands right now? No. No. Yeah. Toydes from Fire and Ice has the Boomshot. So the question is, what is he gonna do with it? With 2 down on Oceanic, this is their move to go ahead and make a push, to go ahead and gain map control.
All right, so B-Hill getting capped up by Fire and Ice. 2 hill advantage, the first points on the board. Here we go. All right, they're gonna trade off this boom shot.
Sharing is caring, I love it.
All right, I'm with it. So Lyric is gonna be holding on to this boom, so 2 cap advantage. Now, if I'm Fire and Ice and I'm holding down this 2 cap,
Give me that.
I'm gonna hold it as long as possible. I may rotate early enough where I can pick up another boom, or just use these boom shots and push as soon as possible. Oceanic made the smart play, and they overextended. They're in position to take Fire and Ice's home hill, because they know where these players are. We see shotgun fights going down in that spine. Boom shot's trying to debate which way is he gonna go. He's gonna choose just to double back to help his boys out. Alden calls out, I don't need no help.
Double kill, baby.
And now Boom Shot is in a position to just lock down a B-Hill and get the kill. So Fire and Ice, they took their time and they made the proper transitions, and they're gonna get 2 rounds in a row.
2-2, Fire and Ice ties it up with 2 straight rounds. I know the boys back home are smiling. That was a great push for a win to even things out. I'm pretty sure that this game can go down to the wire. We're looking at 2 even teams in terms of skill and just knowledge of the game. These guys have been around for years, and they know the ins and outs of Gears of War. So as we take a look at the stats, the only player on Fire and Ice with double-digit kills is Autens with 11. On the other hand, for Oceanic, you have 3 players with over 10 kills. So as things get started, we're going to see another 4-player push towards pit. 1 player on each team going towards the middle of the map as well. Whether they're pulling a flank or each other's home hill, who knows? But to kick things off with the first blood, Autens takes out BG. Next dies shortly after. Boom shot picked up by Toydes, but he uses it to get a team kill on a teammate. Wow, he redeems himself by getting a kill on VC.
All right, that's 4 down. That's 4 down. This is an 18-second plus respawn round. We got time to hump. Do we got time to cap a hill? That's what I'm curious about. I want to see a trip cap right now then. So we got time to hump. I want to see, we got time to get this trip cap, right? Let's see. Let's see. Or let's see if Oceanic comes back and beats Fire and Ice in this round. Because you had 4 down.
Leave it on the humps.
I don't know. No trip cap yet, Vale.
Some of the
look, they getting pushed back. Players getting down.
Right.
All right.
Okay, Autens.
All right, he gets 2.
Autens doesn't have time to hump. All right, with the double kill from Autens, Immortal and BG taken out. Lyrics die shortly after. But domination is coming through as we get a double kill on Fire and Ice's end. 4 players down for Oceanic. Right. Looking unreal. As Fire and Ice wins 3 straight.
They better. There you go. All right.
You don't have time to toy around when it comes to stuff like this. You need to get those pro points, man.
Yeah. Well, no, yeah. Also, but like what I didn't want to see, when I see 4 down in my head, my next move, even as a caster, is all right. Who's playing for the dime?
Yeah.
Are players going to their right positions? Because I'm just ready to call somebody out. And it's an 18-second plus respawn round, and you on down.
4 down, you're playing to win right
The only reason why I even kind of like let it slide a little bit is just because that B hill is so far away, right?
Yeah.
And they might have not had players in that area to kind of play for it. But technically, your home hill player, after he caps that up, he should be going to B in a sense, you know?
Yeah.
He should be playing mid-map where he's in a position to get to B as soon as possible. So if your team wins the 4v4 team fight down for Bloom Shot, then all those remaining players can just go over and cap the home hill of your opponent.
We have 2 players on Fire and Ice guarding a Boom Shot. 2 players on their team also go down, so they're in the 3v5, 3v4 scenario. Incendiaries goes out, kills Toydez, kills Immortal. Boom Shot picked up by BG. Can he use these boom shots wisely? With 1 down, he backpacks it, and he sees Oceanic in the 3v1 scenario in Fire and Ice and Spawn. Lyrics unable to stay alive and draw out the round. So we're looking at a questionable boom shot. There we go. He redeems himself. So we're going to look at a scenario where Oceanic, they had everything that they needed to go ahead and push to cover that C hill, but they were unable to do so.
Yeah, he was up there by his lonesome.
He had 2 teammates with him, and they fell down.
Okay.
Yeah,
They just got cooked.
pretty much.
Oh man, they call him El Pastor. Yeah, man, just thinking about El Pastor.
The sound of it just makes this fat guy just proud.
They actually
right?
cooked that with pineapple.
When I saw the pineapple,
like, they got
I questioned
the
it.
audacity to put pineapples in there. Like,
But it was perfect.
and serve it with a spicy sauce.
I have a confession.
Yes.
I like pineapples on pizza.
Disgusting. You know what? It's okay. I like weird people like you.
All right. All right, here we go. 4, 5 down for Oceanic. Fire
3
and Ice.
players alive, too.
Yes.
You got 3 players alive.
Yes.
Oh,
What is?
Oh, his teammate had it.
Okay,
He
there we go.
recognized. He said, "Okay, you got it. You
That's
got it, my
legit.
bad." Okay, he reckoned. All right, I'm with it.
Beautiful.
Good round.
Team
There you
play.
go. They kept
Fire and Ice, 4 rounds straight.
There you
And if
go.
you take a look on his back, what do you see? The Fire and Ice Lancer. Guys, if you like these teams that you've been watching on Fight Night, whether it's, E United, Ghost Gaming, or Fire and Ice, make sure you support these teams. Give them a Lancer, man. We want to show these orgs that we definitely appreciate their stay here in Gears of War.
But wait, there's more. If you purchase a Fire and Ice Lancer skin, it may qualify you for the next Take the Cake.
Ooh, I could plug it in.
What?
Okay, there we go. Hey.
I did it for you. Don't worry about it.
Thank you.
Okay?
I thought I'd get in trouble.
Nah, they can yell at me.
But yeah,
Okay,
heads
you
up,
can't
for
get
guys
yelled
that
at.
don't know, if follow me on Twitter on Fire and Ice, they actually donate thousands of dollars to the community, and they throw these amazing 1v1, 2v2 tournaments. So you never know. If you have the Fire and Ice Lancer, you might have a free, admission to these events. So, off of initial, Fire and Ice starting strong after winning 4 straight. 4 members of Oceanic was taken down. This team, they flipped the switch and they found what works for them. So, with Lancer Fire coming from Anthrax, there's a 2v2 in the F Hill. Immortal, last one standing in that fight. Oceanic, they live to see another round.
And you see, these guys really got to just...
For the rest of the round.
Oceanic needs to show me their composure in a sense, right? I want to see their composure when things get tough. Like, hey, you know what? We lost this. Let's come back. Because now, like, when I see fights like that...
See, that's pointless.
Yeah,
that makes me mad.
Well, no, when I see fights like that, it shows... For me, it shows the confidence of Fire and Ice, right?
Yeah.
It showed that, at this point, they recognize that, hey, you know what? These guys are a joke. That's kind of what the vibe that I got. It's like, hey, we're running away with this one.
He stopped in front of them.
He lined that shot up.
Whose man's is this?
I don't know.
All right, BG
But
gets
he
the
mine
kill,
now.
but he needs to go ahead and help his hill from being capped. Toydez hits him, the full red shot. But he gets taken out by another member from Oceanic. So, Oceanic, they start off hot in this series so far, but they've since then slowed down. BG pushing a 2v1, gets the 1 shot on Anthrax, and he backs away and saves his life.
All right, here we go. Now
He played that really smart.
He did play really smart. That is true. All right, so BG locking down the neutral hill. You see the points where Oceanic, they're down by at least 50 or so. And so Fire and Ice, they're trying to break through. They're trying to get control over the neutral. Toy gets in. Him and Lyrics working together to get control over the E hill. He's going to line up this shot, but he's going to back out and let his teammate push up and try to clean up that next kill.
Here we go. We're going to see a 3v3 fight right here with Lancer, Slime. We have Visu and Drax. Now 4 members from Oceanic pushing over here where the boom shot usually spawns. Yes, here we go. 3v1 and, excuse me, Ottens was taken down. BG was taken out by Lyrics. And this man somehow is going to run away with his life for red. He has no time to run, but he stops and gets the kill on Nexus. Can he finish? No. He was unable to get the double kill. Immortal wins that. But if you take a look at the score, we have 196 to 135 in favor of Fire and Ice as they're looking to pull in their 5th straight round.
Woo! Fire and Ice at this point.
They kicked it up.
They've got the confidence, man. They got the confidence.
I'm going to call them Ice and Fire. They started off so cold, and
now they heating up, right?
These boys are hot.
I like that. I like they call them Ice and Fire.
Ice and Fire. There you go.
You know, hopefully they don't go from fire to ice, though,
because
it still can happen.
But look at Ottens, 22 kills so far in 7 rounds. This guy is winning fights. He's extending rounds. When Oceanic pushes him, you know, they stall a little bit. This guy is really making a statement here on Dam.
Ooh, so, you know, so from there, Rocher said him and his team made a team decision and said, hey, you know what? We're tired of fighting into this pit, right?
Yeah.
For whatever reason.
Oh, he blocked it.
Yeah, whatever reason, they don't like it. This is not going in their favor, or it's either that or they don't want this to want to spiral out of control, right?
Yeah. They
feel like, oh man, it's gonna spiral out of control if we lose in these fights and this boom is there as well. Now it depends on how you look at it, because for me, I say, oh man, let's make this easier on ourselves and let's group these guys up, right?
Yeah.
That's how I think about it. So you got to ask what's easy for your team and what's hard for your team, right? Well, all about that perception is also showing that, hey, it didn't matter. Well, actually, my fault. I take that back. It is showing that it did matter, and they managed to get through, and they got the domination in this round.
Did anybody die on Oceanic that round? I don't think I saw anybody die.
But also, if they could have won that same fight and got a boom shot for it. So that's the way I look at it, too.
But it's probably a mental thing. I don't know. But Oceanic, I mean, they killed 4 people off the bat. No players died and got the easy domination. So Fire and Ice's 5-round streak has been snapped. Oceanic back on the board. Score 3-5 in favor of Fire and Ice. Ooh, okay. So there's...
Ew.
Right.
Well, no, they put an overkill up there.
Okay.
You know, I'm like, let me see some overkill action. Let me see. I ain't seen an overkill on Fight Night in so long.
I've never seen overkill in the competitive game.
Yeah.
Personally.
We're gonna see, but let's see what Rocher can do.
You're gonna learn today. All right.
He's gonna be locking down his home hill, so we know there's no power weapons off on the other end. And now Rocher, he's gonna support his teammates. We're taking a look at a different position of the map. We always lock in with the front spawns, but let's take a look at the transition from the home hill player. He gets to the spot to help his teammate. Oh, he had to be aggressive. He gets one. Oh, he was super weak. He had to preemptively shoot that one and even have a chance in that fight.
He has to win this. Oh, the last player from Oceanic actually wins a huge 1v1 to stay alive as BG respawns along with the Mortal and Rocher. Now, with all 5 players live for Oceanic, now things are going to reset a little bit. Fire and Ice, they had the advantage, 2v1, and that crucial 1v1 slowed things down. If they were able to stay alive long enough, or just, you know, won that shotgun fight, things would have been different.
All right, Lyrics taking a lot of damage, but he's going to just slowly, he's going to back out of this one. So Oceanic, they lost 5 rounds in a row in the previous round. They finally got another one on the board, so we'll see. It's looking like in their gameplay that they're starting to kind of hit these shots and stay in this one. And here's that overkill that I wanted to see.
I just saw flashes.
He's got 2 shotguns in his pocket, but it don't even matter how many shotguns you bring to the fight. Anthrax takes him out. Domination possibly coming through? No, Nexus. He gets the fight that needed to be fought, and he takes down BG to secure his home hill.
Here we go. Nexus now moving up towards the E hill, going at it 1 hill at a time with the score at 108 to 97. They're definitely looking to remain in the lead by capping another hill to solidify that, because with 2 hills capped for Fire and Ice, they will shortly come up and threaten the likes of Oceanic to win 6 out of 7 games.
Yeah.
So that's actually pretty impressive. So Fire and Ice, you know, they've slowed down recently. I don't know if we cursed him or not, but
I don't know if he did curse him. Choche's trying to stay alive. He's going to be sought out. He knows that this guy is looking for him. They're all looking for him.
Forced to
He's
fight.
just looking for the perfect route. can't find one. The players go down. Oceanic, they get 2 on the board, and they're 1 round away from tying this one up.
We got a game, boys.
They went from ice to fire. Now they're
Now
going from fire to ice. Yeah.
There we go. Choche, one of the first superstars in Gears of War Latin America. I want to see some leadership from him. I want to see him step up and tell his boys, listen, okay, we lost the last 2, but this is what needs to happen to change. So we're looking at the next weapon drop, which is looking like incense at the moment. Blaze. So I'm going to be honest. I've never shot the overkill. So
never.
So what makes that gun so special?
It comes down in close range based off the spread, right? You have to be really close to really get the full effectiveness of it. Actually, I take that back.
Does it shoot fast?
It's close to mid-range. Close to mid-range. As you're pulling that R trigger very, very quickly, every time you touch the trigger and you let go of it, 2 shots are going to fire off.
No.
All right? So it's going to be, I believe, it's about 8 in that clip. So close range, you can just let it spray and get a bunch of different chunks. You can chunk multiple people at once. But even at mid-range, if you shoot it once and you hold it, it's going to tighten up that reticle, and then at that point it can become more of like a mid-range weapon.
Jeez.
So very effective in the right hands. I feel like I've teamed with the best player in the game with it.
I thought we were going to see it, but Anthrax shut that down really fast with the double kill now as Fire Knights are going for the triple cap. And yes, 6-4 match point from taking the first map.
Yes, it is. So all right, Fire and Ice, it gets a match point. That's where you want. That's where you want to be, especially when you hit that 5. You get match point, and then the pressure is just on your opponents to perform.
Yeah.
No mistakes can happen, and we've seen before a lot of teams that when they are faced with deficits. Now, a 6-4 isn't too big of a deficit, but
no.
Teams when they're faced with deficits, we start to see them slowly crumble.
It's winnable. It lets us know who you really are. If you can come back from 6-4, your mental, fortitude is strong. You're able to come back from anything. But also on the other end, if you blow a lead and you're up, 6-4,
yeah,
that's questionable, man. I'm gonna wonder what goes on in the minds of you and your players.
All right, here we go. Let's see. So they get on top of this platform. Incense is still there, but you see how these players are watching it through the gate. They said, I double dog dare you to go for this. But with them getting down on one guy, oh, he can get this. Oh, okay. I was going to say he can go for the double incense, but he just chose to, hey, let me get my pistol out. Let me help these guys. So Lyrics, he goes for the overextension. He says, hey, my team's losing a home hill. I just need to decap this one and just force players back. Let me see how many players I can force back to the other end of the map to make it easier on my teammates. But with the respawn timers being as high as they were and the players dying in quick succession, Oceanic still managed to come out and get the domination in that round. I
say this is an extremely even matchup, probably the most even matchup we've seen all night, with these teams now up 6-5 in favor of Fire and Ice. When you're looking at Oceanic, they're definitely clawing back, but they have the potential to make it against Fire and Ice. So this next weapon drop is going to be extremely crucial. They're looking to drop the shock nades. The shock nades, they're really good, especially when it comes to protecting hills and cutting off lanes. They slow down the opposition just a little bit.
Yeah, and this is one that you want to kind of use in your home hill. So the beauty about the shock grenade, right, is that you can get this one, tag it on your home. Actually, you know what? I was going to say tag it on your home hill and kind of go off into that fight. Your team gets wiped. You got the shock grenade there to kind of hold off the push, but you got to be kind of smart on where you place it, because even if I'm about to dominate someone, you got a shock, I don't care. I'm going to go down and still cap the hill. You know what I'm saying? Because it's not a lethal. So I'm still going to go down and end up capping that hill.
Here we go. Oceanic firing on all cylinders right now as 3 Fire Knights members spotted them in Immortal, finally taking out by Lyrics. So Choche staying alive as pistol fire comes his way. Swarm domination coming through. Choche, he has to go ahead and hit the hill. Can he get it in time? Yes! Yes, he was able to get it the very last second, but domination coming through
the home hill.
More.
Other home hill.
Oh, here it goes. Shot grenade in play. Toy Des unable to stop the trip cap from coming through. So ladies and gentlemen, here we are. 6-6 for the bread. Fire and Ice and Oceanic.
All right. Over the last 5 rounds, we've seen Oceanic take the 4 of them. So here we go. Going to come down to this. And guess what? Fire and Ice get their boom shot down. So the strategy did work out for Oceanic of not putting that boom down, even though me personally, I felt like it wouldn't have made a difference. But
they were winning off of every initial.
They were winning the initials anyway. They would have just won the initials and gathered a boom.
Yeah.
The initials they didn't win, I believe, is the rounds that Fire and Ice won. So here we go. 6-6 for the bread, round 13. Oceanic versus Fire and Ice.
I'm scared.
Latin American 2K Finals.
Here we go.
Ooh,
Cleaner.
Anthrax. Ooh.
Pointing out top kills on both teams, both almost pushing 30. It is highly possible for both players. So here we go. This is the very last round on Damn. Nexus first to get in the middle hill right now as he's capping it. He whips out the Lancer to offer some team fire, but first kill goes to BG, but BG gets taken out along with Immortal. Choche takes it out. Nexus, huge team fight happening. 3 players down on both teams. Anthrax with the flank, with the shotgun. He's able to take out Visu. Ooh, this is looking like Fire and Ice's round as there is one member between them and Domination.
Yeah, but it's still players coming off respawn. A home hill is going to be feasible. But Fire and Ice, they should get the boom off that pickup, I believe, right? Somebody, it's a boom shot somewhere, I think. We'll take a look at the scoreboard. But Nexus, right? Nexus got on that platform before his opponent.
Yeah.
So I was going to give him a lot of props, right? He got up there, but he started looking towards the B side of the map, right? He started looking over there towards the dam rather than looking at that boom shot, because right there, once you get up on his platform, he hit an advantageous spot to support his teammates fighting for the boom as his opponents was getting aggressive. But he took too long to kind of get there. Yeah, I like what you said on don't do it. He got 1 kill, and his teammates was able to get up there and get that cleanup kill, and he saved the boom, and he gets a 3rd. And the last guy alive is there, and they take him down as well. Fire and Ice with the whole team, with the whole team on that hill.
They're letting them know.
They come through and they close it out.
Daddy's home. Fire and Ice. It almost slipped away from him, but these guys reign victorious. 5 rounds straight after the first 2. I mean, that was pretty shocking. Fire and Ice, the thing that they need to work on is just consistency at this point, because to be quite honest, I thought it was going to slip away to Oceanic.
Yeah, I thought it was too, the way Oceanic started to come back in this one, folks, but just not able to.
Oh yeah, big time. So we're going to head over to map 2. Do you remember?
Yeah, map 2 is going to be Forge Blitz.
Forge Blitz.
Yes.
So by looking at their gameplay, who do you think has the upper hand, or what type of play style would you like to see on that map?
Well, when it comes down to the upper hand, I'm gonna be honest with you, Bill.
Yeah.
I'm not sure.
Okay.
You know,
all right.
Even if I was to base it off that last map, it was a close one. We went to round 13, so not much in which you can kind of tell there. You can tell the composure of both those teams because they were down. You know, at a certain point early on, you know, we saw Fire and Ice. They were down by those 2 rounds. They made 5 in a row. The next thing you know, boom, Oceanic comes back and they tie it up. So it goes down to the distance for both these teams. But we're going to be focusing a lot on that fight in the control room. Also the one below it on top of that B hill early on to kind of really see who has the more favorable advantage on the map. I personally feel like the team that's strongest in control tower will be the better team.
I was going to bring up control tower. When you look at North American teams, you have players like Speedy, Rushy, Shock, a lot of people that we see throughout Fight Night. And the team that dominates that control area dominates the map. But on this team, when you're looking at these 2 Latin American teams, I really wonder what weapons they're going to put down. I want to see M-Bar play. I want to see Sniper play. Marxist maybe. This map is pretty open. It's big.
It is pretty open, and we kind of saw that. We saw Oceanic kind of, you know, running away from that boom shot. On this map on Forge, we don't see the boom shot too often placed. We usually see more of the long range weapons placed down, the snipers, M-bars, the torque bows as well. So we'll see if they have any other players on a team in which they can effectively use those weapons, but it's going to come down to those base weapons first, which we saw Oceanic very strong with.
Oh yeah, so with this matchup, I mean, they're pretty much going to make a statement. With Ronan losing with the sub, one of these 2 teams, they're going to be fighting for that top spot in Latin America. And from what I saw from all of these players, you know, this whole group of players in Vegas, it really lets me know that these guys came to play. So heading into this, Fire and Ice, one thing that I really liked about them is that these guys were aggressive when needed. They went for the kill. And as long as you play like that, especially on a map like Forge Blitz, you know, it's going to come in handy. But when you look at the other side with Oceanic, I don't want to see you start off slow again. I don't want to see you give up rounds like that. If you win initial, I want you to dominate throughout the rest of the game. And that's what you guys need to work on, consistency and map awareness.
And that's very important, the consistency and the map awareness as well. You know, two very important traits in which you need. You can be great with the shotgun. You can be shooting straight. That's awesome, you know. But if you don't know what's happening around the map,
you're lost.
If you can't shoot consistently either, then exactly, you're gonna be lost in that. But also at the same time, sometimes, you know, you need to ask yourself the question, especially if you feel like you're the best player ever, then you need to ask yourself, well, how can I make my teammate the best player ever? What can I do to help him out? You know what I'm saying? Then that's the next question you ask yourself. Then if all your teammates is on fire, then you gotta say, okay, well, how can I make our forwards blitz better, or how can I make our weakest map better? It's a lot of things in which you could do until you know even accomplish what Optic did, and it's stuff in which you can work on.
Yes, here we go. Map 2 on Force Blitz. One of my favorite maps because it involves a lot of team fire and teamwork. To me, the best team wins. I mean, it's easy to say, but on this map, it's wide open. So when you have your two slayers or players go up to control tower, it's very important that they win. So here we go. We're going to see pretty much a basic strategy. Two people capping home hills, and they're going to fight over in the incendiary area. And Toydes offering support fire as the 2v2 fight takes place up top.
All right, here we go. Anthrax. He's going to be up there. I can't see his teammate. I think that may be Rocher, but two of them is actually, I think he's there with Aldens, and they win that fight together. But down low, Rocher wins his engagement. He backs up to help his teammate out. The two of them trying to work together to cap the B hill. They just got one member in front of them. Now two members. Lyrics come through mid-map to get that rotation in to try to help them out. But both those guys get super aggressive on that one, not being aware of those respawns coming through, because that was a fight in which they should not have pushed.
Yes, BG pushing a 1v1 against Toydes. Toydes gets his first kill with the over-the-cover chunk. Visu also falls to the hand of Fire and Ice. So, Fire and Ice with an advantage, 5-3. This is where they have to make a push. They have to make a statement. They have to make sure that Oceanic doesn't stall long enough for their teammates to spawn and set up. So, with Lancer Fire coming out and smoke grenades flying, we're going to see which team comes out on top.
All right. Now, they're just setting up. This is them setting up a home hill push. And Oceanic, you see the 4 dots, they pushing through. They see his guys hiding inside the incendiary, off to the side of it. They're just trying to clear those guys out so they can go through and set up on a home hill. Now, this is another map in which a home hill setup isn't a bad one. You know, it can work out based off the distance from getting to that home hill, well, the distance from getting to respond to the home hill. That's usually one of the main qualities that makes it a viable setup. Yeah,
it's a long run.
And I think it works better in the first half. The second half is like non-existent. So this is one of those maps where I feel that you can run 3 setups.
Oh yeah, so on board with Anthrax, he gets surprised by BG, who walks around and gets the chunk. Visu coming off a respawn. That gives Oceanic 5 players to run around the map with against 4 on Fire and Ice. So BG finds himself in another 1v1. Yes, he reigns victorious. Lyrics falls to the hands of him again. This is where things kind of picks up now with BG on the flank with a Lancer. He was able to offer support to his teammates, but he is going to push into a 1v2 situation. He gets chunked by Anthrax. Immortal doing the exact same. Finds himself in a sticky situation. He gets taken out by Toydes. So 2 separate 1v2 scenarios for Fire and Ice as they reign victorious. Roche, he gets a double kill as well. So both teams now filling themselves out. You get double kills left and right, but no team really able to come out on top. It's the most dominant one so far on this map.
There you go. And you see Nexus, he's trying to get some shots off, but with the 2 cap, sorry folks, I can't do quick maths, but I think they should be able to come out on top with a 2 cap, but that 2 cap is quickly going to go away and back in the hands of Fire and Ice, and Fire and Ice should be able to win this round. Yep. Yeah. Unless Visu, that's not the direction you got to go. But then he realizes that, oh my God, I need to go get B Hill as well. Fire and Ice round number 1. Now I'm curious to see what Oceanic do. I say you prioritize the control room weapon spawn first, but they may even choose to go down low because Rocher is saying, hey, the B Hill, you know, we want to fight in this round. We want the opening initial on it. Give me nades or something. Give me something to work with, and maybe I can help you guys up top as well, or push across to get the home hill. So They either gonna go, or they can go neutrals. They can hit that, retro.
Retro? I haven't seen retros in a while, man.
Dang, retros early on. I think that's sassy. I'm with it. He thought about it. Come on, make big moves, baby.
Be about that life, man.
Make big moves. He's gonna go for the block and
Scare money don't make no money.
And I think that was a scare placement. I don't, I don't feel like a lot of teams favor the weapon spawn in incinerator a lot as well. I would have rather him put an overkill there if he really wanted to. Just because, like, the button in the control room activates the incinerator, so that whole location in which that X is in, you can't go through without dying. But I think he should at least chose the dual spawns, or chose the weapon up top, or chose the weapon at B. You got to make good use of that first choice.
Right, Alton's being extremely aggressive, pushing the 1v1, which turned into a 2v1. He still did not back down. Toydes gets taken out. So, now, with the 2v1 up top, favorite going to Oceanic, they have to capitalize on this really fast, and he was able to, as Immortal, was able to finish up the 2v2. It rained successful, but Fire and Ice, they're winning on the fronts of points as they're going for a triple cap. No, Choche gets a double kill on Immortal and Nexus
and that
to
got
win a second round straight.
Exactly, and I got them that dime. So 2 rounds in a row for Fire and Ice. They're bringing that momentum off map number 1 into this one.
I like it.
And I'm trying to think in my head who picked Forge, and it may have been Fire and Ice. I'm gonna actually find that one out. But hell, between these two teams so far, Fire and Ice is showing that, hey, we're gonna pull away with it, but it's too early to tell.
That was Fire and Ice's map pick.
Yeah, it was. Okay, so you guys know how I always say, escalation really starts off like round 3 or 4, right? That's when we really can kind of figure out who's the better team in this one.
I agree.
We saw Oceanic win the first 2 rounds in map number 1 on Dam and lose 5 rounds in a row after that, and ultimately lose the map in the long run. So first 2 rounds are so-so, but now we're really starting to get to the meat and bones.
Let's see, Fire and Ice with the hot hand as they've won 2 rounds straight on this map. Toydes, Anthrax gets the double kill with each other, but Nexus takes out Anthrax. So there we go, Fire and Ice victory as Oceanic. They're looking at 4 players coming off a respawn now. So with 4 players in play for themselves,
that was his teammate.
Sorry. For a headshot, being patient, gets the body shot. So with this height advantage and a power weapon, Fire and Ice, they are in an ideal situation.
Yeah. So Aldens, he's trying to look over there to help Choche.
Okay.
But he found that guy slipping. And one thing that he did too, even though he probably should have known the guy was up there, he connects with that one. I like. He stays aggressive, tried to get in position for the back A, but when he slid into the wall, he didn't connect with the edge, so he couldn't get the back A off right away. But still 2 kills and locking down control. But also those kills is preventing the Oceanic players from progressing out of spawn. It's forcing them towards the incinerator side of the map. So they're technically, by controlling that control room and all that open space, that dead zone, so to speak, he's funneling them over to the incinerator where his teammates is waiting for him, which is an even more difficult push for these guys.
So look at that main Slayer and power weapon player Aldens as he gets body shots and shotgun kills all around the map. He has stayed alive for a long time. He's making himself extremely valuable for this Fire and Ice roster as he's trying to pick off another shot at B-Hill. No, he gets caught, surprised by BG, who was hiding around the corner. B-Hill goes to Oceanic. Choche trying to make a move. He's looking around corners.
Why don't he go, man? That's a 1v.
That could have been a 1v2.
Yeah, that's a 1v. Choche turned around on that one quick. From what I'm seeing, he had plenty of time. Unless he had to stop a push from coming through to his home hill, but they also had control over both home hills,
Yeah.
Second guessed himself.
With a 2-1 advantage for Oceanic, it still looks bad as they might have to get the triple cap against Fire and Ice in order to reign victorious on this round. Roche gets the kill on Anthrax, yes, but there's Lancer Fire coming from 1 opposing member against 2 from Oceanic. COG domination coming through. Fire and Ice fighting back.
All right, now on board Visa. So the B-Hill, so he managed to get the next snipe off respawn, so he transitions down low, takes a shot, they see his position. Now they're trying to chase him down. Ooh, he connects with the body. That's what he wants.
He tries to hit him shots.
Now he has the now he's on the offensive, so he needs to be careful with his movements, and he's just trying to land his shot. Like, see, even if he tags him with 1 pellet, that means his opponent isn't getting his health back, and that means he's still being a harasser in this engagement. Still just connecting with it. This guy knows that, hey, this fight ain't what I thought it was. He's trying to figure out, I'm so weak. Well, who wins it in the long run?
Oh no.
It's Lyrics. We had to kind of stay on that one.
Visu, unable to capitalize with Lyrics, comes out with the punish. Lyrics looking
Ooh,
for his
ooh,
next
ooh,
kill.
ooh.
Oh! Gets him the walk, gets the triple kill. Lyrics.
Those the engagements in which I like.
I love it.
Lyrics knows that, hey, I don't have to up A this box to my
No.
right. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to hit a quick roadie run to the left.
He plays so with a disrespect style. He stops.
Exactly.
And lines you up.
Yeah, he's like, yo, you missed that shot and you missed this one. Oh, I'm gonna just get in that one-shot range. Also, he's taking advantage of the situation that within a proper distance, he knows that I could take a shot.
Yeah.
Even if that shot makes me full red,
I'm gonna win.
I could take a shot and then return one before you can even shoot your next one. That will then he just walks in one shot range and he chunks them, right?
Yeah.
That's what we mean when you guys hear sometimes saying we're holding our shots, right? He held that shot because he was like, all right, I'm just put myself in chunk range, and the guy just couldn't handle his strafe, right? That's the classic Gears 1 strafe. That's the stuff that I like.
That's the stuff we did when we wanted to let you know that we are obviously better than you. And that fight is never lost.
I still fight
swear.
people like that.
When you do that
I'm lazy
fight,
with it. I got a lazy shotgun.
But it's
style.
funny because when you do that fight, it's like you never lose. I've never seen a player lose fighting like that. So we're gonna see another basic strat with the 2v2 up at control tower. We're gonna look at BG, one of the anchor players on this Oceanic roster, as he pushes a 1v1 fight. This fight is up to him. Yes, he walks away with the kill on Lyrics. So this is really important where he goes after this. Choche being a nuisance, he runs through the spawn, but BG, his job is going to be to go ahead, decap the Sea Hill, get it on his own, and hold off as many Fire Nice players as he can if possible.
I like it. I like it. We seeing through the X-rays, these players spawning up, and they're all just trying to navigate towards B. Only one, if not any, only one guy went towards the Sea Hill. We saw BG back out. He rotates around through Electric, through these big control rooms right there where you see Nexus coming out. That's what I'm going to call it, Electric. I forgot the official name for it, but I'm calling it Electric this scrim. Well, they're not this scrim, but this fight night.
This is a Fight Night 2K game,
Blaze. Yeah, right? Fight Night 2K, scrim, regional, pre-regional.
It's all a scrim for the event.
Pre-event matchup.
There we go. All ends. One of the X factors for this Fire Nice roster, he has the long shot. He's running away to get positioning. Visu, sort of in his sights. He gets a body shot. Roche and Nex both pushing up. They're being extremely aggressive, but Nex was taken out by Choche. Here we go. All in, saving his home hill from getting capped. He gets punished on the miss throw. Here we go. Can he get the double kill? Woo!
Comes out on top. You see Rocher.
Kills his teammate, his ex-teammate.
Yeah. You know, I'm pretty sure it's nothing but love in that engagement. But he's going to choose to back out. He's just trying to get in a position where he can regroup with his teammates, because right now he's currently in enemy territory, but he found a way to get his health back and not take any damage. But the pinch comes through. He had a little breath of life, but not for too long. They knew exactly where he was, and they got the pinch on him. So, as players of Fire Nice try to get out of spawn, they're slowly falling one by one, but they still got their home hill. Also, they still got enough space for them to just tap up and revive themselves as well.
Huge trade between the Ottens and BG. Toydes able to OE. Is that a sniper rifle we see in the home hill? Yes, it is. Visu.
Yeah.
Visu, the last line of defense for this B hill. He's making sure that nobody makes a move.
He's looking, yeah, and this is good. You go back and forth.
I like that.
And you try to help your teammates out. He's going to get this one to Nexus, and they're going to transfer it out. So, whoop!
There we go.
That's
There's the reason why he gave him the sniper rifle.
You know, it's certain things, like especially with snipe. Like when somebody trades me a snipe, like I probably get the first headshot too, because I'm just dumb excited. Like I'm like, oh, you brought that back to me? All right, here you go, first shot, headshot. He's gonna get some shanty on this player. He's gonna get some help from the team as well. But this is one in which they cannot win, folks, because nobody's in position to get to this home hill. They can't even win the B fight. That's 4 in a row for Fire Nice.
I don't know, man. Fire Nice looking hot right now. 4 straight. We saw this before in map 1. Once Fire Nice flips the switch, these guys do nothing but win. Choche, Ottens, 15, 16 kills, 31 kills between the two. I mean, these guys are absolutely on fire. I really want to see where they go from here. If Fire Nice can hold on and not let loose, I feel like they make a statement to Latin America not only to Latin America, but also to NA, to EU, to let people know that this team is for real. They made it here for a reason. If they want to continue being the champions of not only Latin America, but North America.
Yes, it is. And so here we go. All right. Both teams got 2 players fighting up top. It's going to be a 2v2 down low as well. Pretty much the same stuff we've seen so far. Anthrax, he takes some shots to put himself in a more advantageous position, but a pinch is slowly coming through. He's hoping his teammate can get him, but no, he gets the double.
Stop him.
You know what? He got the double, but that's still a fight in which I don't even like too much, only because it's a lot of smoke. They know where the guy is. Like he was surprised by the second guy and got the kill.
Yeah.
But my thing was, it was like, all right, you got one. You don't have to be as aggressive, but still aggressive. You know, I just felt like it was a safer way to quickly kill that guy.
You know what it was? He was feeling loose.
Yeah,
he got the first kill and felt unstoppable. Gears of War does that to you, man. So here we are. Rochair with the sniper rifle shoots through the smoke, but he was unable to get a headshot. He's trying to get a good angle at the moment, and this is where things are gonna slow down just a tiny bit. Both teams gathering intel and are looking for the next push. Oceanic, 2 hills, Fire and Ice, 1.
All right, here we go. Roach here just playing it passive. The gameplay is starting to just slow down. So this is one of those maps where we said that we don't.
Oh, Jesus.
This is one of those maps where we said we don't see too many dominations out of it. Why? Because it's a big map, and they've shrunk it from its original version, but still, it's a lot of lanes in which you got to cover, and you got to be quick. So it's okay to hold down a 2 cap. Both these guys, yeah. As soon as he switches weapons, that's a headshot. You just gotta be ready for it. You gotta bait him.
Stay on it, boy.
Man, that's you. That's you. Look at all. Oh.
There we go.
Oh.
He lined it up too long. He thought about it.
Yeah. You gotta understand. That guy coming out like it's pretty much once you see his face almost out of spawn, he pretty much don't get that spawn shield, especially once he passes that cover.
There we go. Toydes gets skill on Immortal. Huge 1v1. This guy on a killing spree right now with a sniper rifle. He's trying to run away safe. He tries to Superman an oncoming opponent. He was able to down him. Here he goes. You know, just give him a hump. Let him know.
All right. So Oceanic, they get their first round on board.
Time.
But what I would have liked to see out of Fire and Ice, right, folks? If you find yourself in a difficult spot like that, as all players start respawning, just flood your home hill.
Yeah.
Flood it.
Yeah.
You know, you got it under your control. That's the hill in which you got. Just have all 5 players flooded. You know you're gonna have these guys trying to cut through mid-map. It's a choke point from getting to that B hill over towards the incinerator side and the home hill side of the map. But yeah, they kind of just spread out in different directions and they were trying to set up. But on a map like this one, it's so big where you gotta just kind of focus up when you're in those difficult positions and then push out.
Yeah, hands down. So here we are. Round number 6, Fire and Ice with an advantage 4-1 in round count. If they win this map, that will be it. Oceanic looking to fight for another day to get to tiebreaker map. We see Visu pushing Toydes in a 1v1. Also, a 2v2 happening up in Control Tower. And here we go. Nexus gets a team kill on Immortal. This is huge. Anthrax with the 1v1. Saving himself from 1v2. He catches Nexus trying to run away. Nexus baiting him. With the bait, his teammate unable to get the kill. Anthrax takes out Nex. Visu gets taken out by Toydes. Lyrics kills BG.
It was almost a perfect play. Like,
almost.
I respect him for hitting that up A and turning around and trying to get that quick shot off. But you had nades and you knew your teammate was hiding around that corner. Actually, you just had to run past your teammate and let your teammate hit that back A. Yeah, he just had to hit around that corner. He made the smart play, not fighting 1v1 and getting out with nades. I respected him for that one, but he just had to keep on going through.
Right, here we go. Fire and Ice. Map count, round count, 5-1.
Okay.
So if I'm Oceanic, man, I'm looking at what's happening. It's nothing drastic. These guys is just, just attention to detail, like a few of the games we saw today. These guys definitely have the gun skill, but the question is, what do they need to do to put themselves at an advantage? Does it require a weapon drop, a strat change, or putting a number, an extra body in another area?
So my biggest gripe, well, not my biggest gripe, but my biggest thing about WoW always is saying, hey, you know what? Let's put the boom shots down. Let's put the drop shots. Let's put the
stuff down.
Let's put the big weapons. Only because in the later rounds, when you win those initials, you can end this round. The game plays out like execution. You win the initials, you close it out, And some of that works well with these teams. Like, it's perfect. Like, Fire and Ice, they've won opening initials up top. I want to say like the 5 rounds in which they won, the majority of time.
Yeah.
I would have been like, hey, Audens, what do you want? Do you want M-Bar? Are you trying to, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, the snipe, let's get this down right away. And, so you can play
You're going to have it.
Yeah. But here we go.
Right, Immortal offering support fire across the map to get the opposing team members, 2 of them outside of the incinerator. Nexus also offering support fire. Here we go. Oceanic looking to make a push. Nexus gets caught with crossfire. The question is, can he get the kill? Yes! He gets Choche as he pushed up in wall bounce, but Audens was able to redeem his teammate. But he also gets taken out by Immortal. So, player count 3 to 4 in favor of Fire and Ice. Lancer Fire working in Fire and Ice's favor. They have to capitalize now if they want to, which is what happened to take care of Immortal.
So we saw the incinerator activated in that engagement. Now you don't see it a lot in the first half, unless it's kind of like big power weapons in there, or you can preemptively see your opponents are trying to make a push from home hill to home hill. Then you press the button and you force them to go around, right? But that also forces them into certain choke points where your team can get a lot of team fire in as well. But we saw it press there, and it holds him off in the second half from capping his E-hill. So this is where the control room fight really pays off when you have a good duo in that location.
Hands down. BG getting the rebound from Immortal. Lancer Fire coming from all directions. BG coming up with the flank. No! He was unable to get the chunk on Choche. Choche turns around.
He's not even hurt.
Gets the shotgun kill. He's going for a second one. Yes. He takes out Visu. One more player. Immortal stands between them to finish off this run by this duo. Choche lands a shotgun shot. Support fire comes out. And Choche and teammate was able to get the kill on Immortal. Now they keep finding themselves in these 2v2, 2v1 situations. Toydez and Choche, pretty much a duo on this team. They stayed alive for so long and killed so many players from Oceanic. I mean, these guys are putting in work as their score count is pushing up to 185 to 133.
I'm a very avid believer that the duos on your team should play the same positions in every map.
Exactly.
Just
always.
because that duo builds a chemistry with each other. And with this game being 5v5, you need those players to kind of take control during the map, and you need to know that, hey, you know what? These guys got this area of the map locked down. We don't have to worry about them. So, you know, I preached beforehand. Example, Reclaim, Home Hill on Apples. Those 2 guys, let them play Cave on Foundation, okay? Let them play Home Hills in mid-map on this map, or up top of control room. Just let your duos play every position together on every single map, and so that you have these 2 separate sets of chemistry, and then you got this your 5th man, you know, just kind of floating around and assisting all these guys. That way you're kind of keeping the flow consistent across any different map in which you play, and you kind of form an identity as a unit as well.
I agree. Fire and Ice map point, series point for them if they're able to pull it out this round to win 7-1. Oceanic, they have a tall mountain to climb with smoke grenades flying. Nexus, he panics. He doesn't want to push into the smoke. It's 2 players for Fire and Ice. They take out BG and Visu. Guys, reminder, the spawn counts are about 10 seconds as Nexus takes out Audens. So now we see a 1v1. And the disrespect again, man.
Anthrax, like, between him and Audens, like, they literally know, like, they have such a good sense of when they're winning fights and when they're losing fights.
Complete control.
They know when they have to move and turn up, and they know when they can just be lazy with it. They know, like, they can sense their opponent's fear or sense when they're good. Like, it's crazy.
This Fire and Ice team is just on another level right now.
He's like, yo, this guy's nervous. He says, I'm not even about to waste these 2 movements of wall bounce. I'm just hitting my shot, bro.
Right.
At the end of the day, if you hit shots, no matter how you move, you're still hitting shots. If I'm doing backflips and hitting shots, guess what? I'm still hitting shots.
There we go. Lancer Fire coming in for Fire and Ice. Visu, full red, throws a smoke to by himself. Sometime 3 members from Fire and Ice will come to try to decap the hill as Oceanic looks to dominate, but no. Visu gets taken out. BG kills all. It's the last line of defense. No. 2 more players come to help out. They were mildly successful. We're looking at a 2v2 right now. Choche. Oh, BG taking out 2v1. BG has to stay alive or try to make a statement. excuse me, Immortal. Yes, Fire and Ice were successful in that push.
Yep, so they break out. They know nobody's in control role. So they're going to get this E-Hill. Also, they should be able to pull away with the 2-cap lead.
Don't die.
Oh,
don't die.
Man, I felt like he should have capped that so long ago, though.
Right.
I don't know why I feel like his timing was off now. I feel like he should have came out on top of that. He might have stepped out for just a split second.
Okay, Visu
But
feeling
Visu,
himself.
He gets the kill with the Incinerator. He picks up a big double up top, and now he's decapping his opponent's home. He'll set himself up for another 1v1. Uh-oh. Whoop! He's going to take him out as well. All right. Visu making a play for his team to get this second round on the board. Whoop!
Right, Toydes is taking about Visu as well. Visu on a killing spree. Mortal picks up the very last kill as Oceanic puts up their second win on the board.
Yep, gonna get that second round win in round number 8.
All right, Fire and Ice, man. Listen, you guys have them where you want them. You win the initials. This is where I expect them to really pick it up, man.
Hey, you know, I've seen a lot of 6-2 comebacks over the last month and a half. And
That Optic and Echo Fox one still plays in my mind. That was crazy.
Optic and Echo Fox one? Did they?
It ended on Reclaimed, I think.
Yeah.
I think so, and you called it.
Oh no, that was a 5-2 one.
Yeah, that was.
I'm talking
bad.
about the ones that Rise Nation did. I'm talking about the ones that I think Supremacy did one as well too.
There was one that happened last week?
Oh no, Ghost did it.
Yeah,
Ghost did it to United, I believe. Well, they just won a bunch of rounds in a row. Don't quote us, folks.
All right, here we go.
Toydes,
victim of first blood. He gets taken out along with Choche. Nexus gets taken out as well. Players dying left and right. 3 players are set to respawn for Fire and Ice. 3 players are left alive for Oceanic. So with Immortal 4 red, he wants to extend his life, but he wasn't able to as Anthrax hunted him down and secured the kill. 28 kills so far for this young, remarkable player.
Okay, here we go. Now the Anthrax. I've been saying here we go a lot today.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have been, haven't I? Right?
It's right, though.
I'm going to call myself out. Here we go. All right, but Toy, he's going to get this smoke out. That's going to stop the push coming in from Oceanic. The domination coming through. They're trying to protect their home hills, but he's weak and the pressure's coming in from the back end. The E-Hill is capped up, so Rotier has to leave that control room. He has to get in the mix, and folks, there you go. Fire and Ice, 2-0. They take your Latin American 2K final.
I'm going home and I'm buying their weapon skin.
Don't you already got it?
I'm gonna buy another one. I made a new account just
There
for
you
it.
go.
There we go. Listen, you gotta support the boys, man. Congratulations to all of the teams that participated in today's fight night, whether it's the show matches or the Latin American finals. But Fire and Ice did walk away with a 2-0 win over Oceanic. Blaze, does that speak volumes about what's happening overseas?
It does speak. It does speak volumes to me. We saw a lot of great international teams play today here on Fight Night. I'm super excited for this week's 2K and the next week's 2K as well, because I want to see this Fire and Ice team go against a fully loaded Ronin roster.
Oh,
right?
Yeah.
I want to see our E United and Ghost matchup again. I want to see if Echo Fox.
I want to see Echo Fox.
I want to see if Echo Fox is going to give it the best E United in the next one as well. So
there we go.
It's a lot of things in which we're curious about, and then we're all still waiting for Optic to join the mix.
One day.
And you know, I wouldn't hold your breath, you guys. It's probably going to be a while before we see them in another 2K. They got so many pro points where they technically don't even need to play them if they don't want to.
It's good practice.
It is good. It is good practice, you know.
Right.
You know? But folks, next week we won't be here either. What's happening?
Oh, what's happening next week? All Access. Make sure you tune in with Kate. I love Kate Yeager, man.
Is it our episode? I don't know.
I never did.
I know. Yeah, I know. It's either
so yeah, there's gonna be a good episode
30th.
next week. Exactly. So guys, make sure you tune in. Unfortunately, we will not see you then, but in a few weeks we will. So thanks for tuning in to Gears Fight Night. I'm your host Billy, and here's Blaze, and you all have a good night.